What's going on, everybody? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. So let's go, you guys. Let's smash that like button. Let's get these likes up, man. And wow, man, it's going down tonight, you guys. Tonight it's going down. I cannot wait, man. Caleb Plant, you guys, versus Canelo Alvarez, man. It is finally going down, you guys, live tonight. And wow, man, we're gonna talk about this pre-fight breakdown, man. We're gonna break the fight down. We're gonna show you guys some of the key points in both fighters. Um and we're gonna just break it down stylistically, you guys. It's a real big fight tonight, man. I truly believe Canelo really wants to win this fight, and he really wants to do this fight for his countrymen. And a lot of people that are from Mexico and stuff like that, and I really think that this means a lot to him. And yeah, man. So moving forward, yeah, man. So Canelo Alvarez, right now, I'm gonna just cut straight to it, you guys. Like Beef said in one of his videos, man, he said there's a lot of people rooting against Caleb Plant, or there's a lot of people thinking that not rooting against him, but there's a lot of people thinking that Caleb Plant's gonna get stopped in this fight, and I'm one of them. I'm one of them, man. And it's one of those things, man. I truly feel like, oh, what's going on, Boxing Monster? He says, salute. I got Canelo by decision or late stoppage. Wow. Shout out to Boxing Monster, man. A lot of people are saying that they going for a late stoppage. You know, I really truly think that, these fighters and Canelo has came a long way since his beginning. You know what I mean? Since some of the guys that he fought in the beginning. I truly feel like Canelo has gotten a lot better. He's got over 50 wins, you guys. Canelo Alvarez has over 50 wins, man. And that doesn't come lightly. My personal opinion is I really feel like that doesn't come lightly. Um and yeah, man, I really, like I said, like I told you guys, man, I really truly think that I really truly think that Canelo Alvarez is the real deal, man. And I want to see what he can do moving forward. I want to see what he can do moving forward. Um this fight right here will tell a lot of people about what kind of fighter Canelo is and about what kind of fighter he's become, what he's trying to do moving forward. Canelo Alvarez has all the tools to be the best Mexican fighter. There's already been some people saying that Canelo Alvarez is the best fighter already. So, it's one of those things, you guys. Um it's one of those things, you guys. I really truly feel like Canelo Alvarez, he can be one of the greats. He can go down in history as one of the greatest fighters um to ever live, and as a Mexican fighter, man. And I really think that a lot of people, need to show Canelo a little bit of respect. I really think he's came a long way. um and a lot of people, they say things, and they try to discredit Canelo Alvarez, the accolades and the way he's been fighting, and all of that type of stuff. And I just truly feel like Canelo is the real deal. I think Canelo is a good fighter, and I want to see what Canelo does moving forward. I want to see what Canelo does moving forward. Yeah, I want to see what Canelo does moving forward, man. Yeah, I want to see what he does moving forward. Armando, what's going on, Armando? What's happening, bro? What's going on, man? I hope everything's going good, man. Shout out to Armando in the chat. But yeah, man, I right now Canelo Alvarez is definitely one of the better fighters in the game of boxing, man. I think he's just one of the best, man. He's one of the best fighters, and I truly, truly, truly feel that Canelo Alvarez, can just I feel like the way that this fight is going down and the way that a lot of people are talking about this fight, I just feel like, Canelo has a lot to shut a lot of doubters up. He's supposed to win. Canelo Alvarez is supposed to win this fight. He's supposed to, win by knockout. He's supposed to win this fight. He's supposed to win by knockout. And I just truly feel like, moving forward, he can be, if he wins this fight by stoppage in a devastating fashion. I just truly feel like there's nobody that can tell him that he didn't do good on this fight. I mean, you got to understand, there's a lot of naysayers about Canelo Alvarez and his career so far, and I feel like Canelo Alvarez deserves you know the accolades that he's gotten so far. I mean, a lot of elite fighters are telling other fighters that their number one fighter is Canelo Alvarez. They feel like Canelo Alvarez is at the top of the food chain that much in a lot of fighters' minds. Armando in the chat says, Corey, this is the year of the upset. You guys versus Manny, Usyk versus AJ, Martin versus Garcia, Zepeda versus Vargas. Year of the upsets. Will we see another tonight? Uh, I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with no. Me reason being, I truly feel like Canelo Alvarez is different, man. I feel like Canelo Alvarez is definitely different. I feel like, in all aspects of the game. You got to understand, Canelo Alvarez has been doing this for a long time. He's been pro for a very long time, you guys. You guys got to understand that Canelo Alvarez didn't just become professional. He didn't just become professional. Right now. Like I feel like a lot of you guys just think Canelo Alvarez just got to this stage because of his looks and because of his name and stuff like that. Canelo Alvarez works very, very hard. He's probably one of the hardest workers in boxing. They say, he called out Ryan Garcia for Ryan Garcia not working hard and stuff like that. And I really feel like, a lot of people should they should think about that when they think about Canelo Alvarez, think about his work ethic. You know, so he's fighting Caleb Plant tonight. Caleb Plant is 21-0. If you guys didn't know, Caleb Plant was 21-0. Caleb Plant is a good fighter at 168. But I just truly feel like he hasn't fought the elite names like Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez fought Danny Jacobs, Callum Smith, um, Gennady Golovkin twice. He got a draw with Gennady Golovkin. Some say that he should have won that fight, or some say that he lost that fight. I got 50-50. So the first fight was a draw. The second fight was a mid-decision, meaning one judge had it either a draw or one judge had it going Gennady Golovkin's way, and then the other two judges had it going Canelo's way. So, then he fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That was a landslide. I mean, I feel like he just beat the crap out of him, man. It wasn't even close, man. And yeah, man. Smash that like button. Got Armando in the chat, man. Andre says, Corey Lee, Canelo's making history tonight, my brother. There's levels to this shit. Wow. Wow. Yeah. He said there's levels to this shit. Okay, okay. Batman boxing talk. Corey Lee, what's up, my guy? What's going on, Batman boxing? How you doing today, my brother? Batman boxing is in the chat, man. But yeah, man, Canelo Alvarez right now, I truly feel like his name should be with the greats. But I just feel like this fighter even show even more of how great of a fighter, Canelo Alvarez is. You know what I mean? My personal opinion. Um, Armando in the chat. Salute to Armando. You guys, let's smash that like button, man. Let's get these likes all the way up, y'all. Let's get these likes. This is Corey Lee Boxing, baby. Um, Armando says, call me crazy. I got Plant shocking the world. He has the style. He's so hungry. Just look at him in the press conferences. He says, and the weigh-in, I see something in him. Even if Plant loses, he is putting up a fight. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be completely honest, you guys, man. That's a far shot, man. Yeah, Caleb Plant's gonna do his thing tonight. Yeah, Caleb Plant's gonna have some good, he might have some good moments in his fight. But as far as the fight overall, I truly feel like, Canelo Alvarez is just gonna dominate, man. You guys gotta understand. I truly think that Canelo Alvarez is gonna go in there and just dominate, man. I know he's a late starter, and that's another thing that we gotta talk about as well, you guys. Canelo Alvarez is a late starter, so we guys can say what we want to say about Canelo Alvarez, but he is a late starter. You know what I mean? Canelo Alvarez has started late before. I truly feel like Canelo Alvarez, you know, there's been a couple fights, the lower fight, there's been plenty of fights where Caleb Plant has started late. Batman Boxing says pretty good. He's doing pretty good, no doubt. Andre says laugh my ass off. Everyone he's fought he says acted this way. Triple G did, Billy Joe Saunders did, Jacobs did. Andre says Plant turned this fight down originally. Then they threw that 10 million. He says shit changed, Corey. Yeah, that's true. That's very true, man. That's very, 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 very true. Shout out to Andre in the chat, man. That's very true, man. They threw that money at Caleb Plant, and that's another thing that a lot of fight channels aren't talking about. Caleb Plant initially did not take this fight. Okay, initially Caleb Plant was offered this fight 3 or 4 fights ago, and he decided to not take this fight. Um, this would have been that would have been his highest payday at that point, but he waited it out. He waited about you know 2 to 3 fights, and he waited it out. And then after he waited it out, he got paid more money. So who's to say Caleb Plant was wrong at doing that? You know what I mean? Some people say Caleb Plant. Some people say Caleb Plant. They wouldn't have done that. They would have fought, Canelo right when they offered him to fight. But everything that glitters ain't gold. Who's to say that Caleb Plant and his camp didn't think he was ready? Who's to say Caleb Plant didn't think it was enough money? There's a lot that goes into making a fight, you guys. Smash that like button. I'm not saying that Caleb ducked that fight and the first, but I don't know what's going through his mind. Was it the money? Was the money not all the way there? Was it? I believe I'm not sure if he was a champion at the time when they offered him to fight. He might have been though, but yeah, he might have been though. Smash that like button, y'all. Let's get these likes up, man. Uh, Andre says he says Armando says at Andre because Plant was being a diva and wanted to fight. But he says by the end of 2020 and Plant wasn't ready, he wanted a full training camp and Canelo wasn't having it. He says that wasn't no duck. Wow, okay. Oh, he wanted a full training camp. Okay, so that comes down to a full training camp. Smash that like button when you guys come in here, man. So Caleb Plant is pretty much saying that he wanted a full training camp when he's fighting Canelo, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I don't blame Canelo. I don't blame Caleb Plant one bit. If I was a boxer and I had to fight Canelo, I would want a full camp. I would want a full camp. I'm not going in there to fight Canelo, just hoping and wishing and winging. You know what I mean? You got one chance, you got one shot at arguably the best or the greatest Mexican of all time. And you're going to take that fight on a short notice? I mean, some people can. Who's to say that fight, listen, it was 100 things that could have happened. Who's to say that that fight wouldn't have came back around? Who's to say that that fight would have came back around? You just never know with this game in boxing, man. But it did come back around. He is the IBF champion of the world, Caleb Plant, and he did get more money by accepting the offer the second time around. Okay? So yeah, man. You got to keep that into consideration, you guys. Caleb Plant is a smart fighter inside and outside the ring, I feel like, But is he capable of beating a beast like Canelo Alvarez? Because Canelo Alvarez can beat you off the back foot, okay? He can walk you down, okay? He can systematically set up traps for you, okay? And he can pretty much, do what he needs to do when he needs to do it. If he needs to push on the gas, we've seen Canelo Alvarez get late stoppages. Let's not say that Canelo Alvarez, if this fight goes past 8 rounds, let's not say Canelo Alvarez cannot get that stoppage. Because I got Canelo Alvarez stopping Caleb Plant in the 7th through 12th round. I'm picking 7th through 12th round. I got Caleb Plant getting iced in about the 8th or 9th round. Okay? Caleb Plant will get iced and be on Corey Lee's boxing ice season greatest hits. I mean, it is what it is. I like the guy Caleb Plant. I think he's an awesome man. I love his story. But you can't pick these fights, you guys. You can't pick these fights and have an attachment to a fighter. Yeah, okay, certain fighters, you get in camp with and stuff like that, man. But if you want to call a spade, you're gonna have to, man. You know, you got if you want to call a spade, and fans will hold you to that. You got to call a spade in this fight. I like Caleb Plant as a man. I think he's an awesome, person. And but I just think skills pay the bills in this situation. And Canelo Alvarez is far more superior than Caleb Plant, in my personal opinion, you guys. That's in my personal opinion. Um, Smash that like button too, you guys. Let's get these likes up, man. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see what we got here. Armando in the chat says, Andre, there's a difference between training and an actual training camp. Bro, when you're actually getting prepared, it was all bad for Smith because he was drained. He got too big for that weight. You think Smith was drained? He could have been drained. What was he at? 168? He should have been at what you think, 175? But I mean, when Smith goes up to 175, he's got to fight guys like Arthur Betterbeef. This dude Smith get destroyed by Arthur Betterbeef. He gets ran through, even worse than Canelo did. I'm just keeping it real, man. I really think that Arthur Betterbeef is still that elite fighter at that next division up. You know, I really truly do, man. Subscribe to. Yeah, shout out to Ashley's Corner, man. She's got her own page. And yeah, man, shout out to Ashley's Corner. Shout out to Ashley's Corner. They got the women over there. They holding it down. No doubt. All women panel, man. That's awesome. Let's see what we got here. Armando says Smith is huge, man. He's 6'3". He said he's 6'3" or 6'4". He's going to be a cruiserweight when it's all said and done. Yeah, but I feel like Armando, I feel like Smith can't handle that pressure. When that pressure gets put on you and the going gets real tough, I feel like, I just feel like Smith can only go as far as his skills can carry him. And I feel like Smith's skills are not on that, you know, very, very elite top level. I mean, I feel like he can be. I truly feel like he can be. But there's only but a couple guys. There's only but a couple guys that are actually be on on that elite level. There's not too many guys that's gonna be on that elite level. That's like on the Canelo level. There's only but so many guys that's doing it. Andre in the chat says people was saying Smith would beat him. OMG! Look at this size difference. Awesome, 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 awesome statement, Andre. I feel the same way. People did say that he was gonna win, but look at him now. He did not win, and Smith, got beat straight up, just like his brother. Canelo beat two brothers. That's crazy. That's crazy. Canelo Alvarez beat two brothers, y'all. That's crazy. That's crazy. Crypto color. Oh, crypto colors. Yeah. And we got Armando, Allen Johnson, Andre. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Crypto Color says Corey Lee boxing. Do you think Caleb lacks hand speed in this fight? I don't think he lacks hand speed. I just think he lacks. I just think he lacks the power that you need to keep Canelo off of you. Okay, there's a certain barrier where Canelo will stop coming forward if he feels your power. If he's like, okay, this motherfucker can knock me out. Let me box. Okay. Canelo's not gonna feel like that for Caleb Plant. I'm letting you guys know that now. Caleb Plant is not scaring Canelo from coming forward, straight up. So, can Canelo get caught with punches coming in? Hell yeah. But can Caleb Plant make Canelo pay enough to hurt Canelo in those exchanges? And I don't think he can. I don't think he can. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't think he can. Yes, he is a really good fighter, and yes, he does, have skill, in the boxing. And Caleb Plant's a very good boxer. He's one of the better boxers at 168. But you guys gotta understand, skills pay the bills, and Canelo can do more than just box. Okay? Canelo can do way more than just box. You guys gotta understand that, man. You guys gotta understand that, man. Smash that like button, man. Mason in the chat says, peace, brother Corey. What's going on, man? Dago 619 Cali Factor. What's happening? He says Plant stops Canelo in 6 rounds. Wow, you got Canelo. Wow, you got Plant stopping Canelo in 6 rounds? Whoa. Whoa, you got Canelo. Let me see if I'm reading this right, man. I don't even know if I'm reading this right. You got Caleb Plant stopping Canelo Alvarez in 6 rounds. That's what you're telling me? Wow, dude. You're jumping out of plane windows on this one, dude. Do you have a parachute? Do you have a parachute? 619 Cali Factor. I'm asking you a question. You might need a parachute after that prediction, dude. That prediction was out of control, man. That's probably the most bold prediction I've seen on my channel so far. That's one of the most bold predictions I've seen on my channel thus far. Thus far, you guys, that's the most bold prediction I've seen. He says, yeah, a huge shocker. I mean, I'm just being honest. I've never seen a guy come on Corley Boxing and pick Caleb Plant to stop Canelo Alvarez in 6 rounds. Wow. I mean, I just didn't know. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I had no idea. I had no idea, bro. That was crazy, man. That was crazy. But I mean, look, that's your pick. That's who you think's gonna win. Andre in the chat says facts, Armando. I think this fight's totally. He says facts, Armando. I think this fight's a totally different conversation if Plant would have kept stepping up after the Yuskataki fight, but they kept over marinating Plant versus Benavidez. Crypto colors, but that Plant versus Benavidez fight wouldn't even generate as much money as this Canelo versus Plant fight is going to generate. So, I mean that right there would show you why Canelo should pick. Why Caleb Plant should pick to fight Canelo. I mean he's getting way more money to fight Canelo than David Benavidez. Obviously, it's an in-house fight, both with PBC. But at the end of the day, even though it is an in-house fight, Benavidez is not as popular as Canelo Alvarez. And when it comes to money, Canelo Alvarez makes more sense. So I see why Caleb Plant took the Canelo fight. And plus David Benavidez was like off and on, losing his belts, failing drug tests. I mean, he was just doing a lot at one point. I didn't know if he was coming or going. I didn't know if he needed to take a break from boxing for a little while. He's young, so he could do it. But it's just one of those things like, damn, dude, you get your life straight first, then call out somebody. I feel like, but hey, man, that's his prerogative. That's what he wants to do. David Benavidez is still one of the hardest punchers at 168 and could possibly give anybody trouble at 168. But yeah, I would love to know 619. Why do you think Plant's gonna stop Canelo? You still haven't gave me a reasoning behind that. The Boxing Kings arc. What's going on, man? He says, Corley, what's your thoughts on 6'7" foot Fundora at 154? He says at 154, what's your thoughts on Fundora fighting at 160, 160? I like him fighting at a heavier weight class. He's a taller, rangy fighter. He can pop on the inside as well. And he's got, dare I say it, balls. I mean, he'll go stay in the pocket, even though it's dangerous for a guy that tall and that skinny to stay in the pocket. But it's like, dude, he's staying in the pocket. He's trading with the best of them, and more power to him, man. I think he'll do good at 160 or 168. I think he should definitely go up to at least 160. I mean, 154 has been working for him. He is 6'7" though. I mean, yeah. So I would definitely go up and wait a little bit. Maybe he'll have more power. Canelo Alvarez said once he moved up, he had more power. So you never know. You guys, you never know. Smash that like button, you guys. Let's get these likes up, man. Andre says, okay, but that was their original plan before he says before the cash cow moved. He says moved up, Corey. Yeah, that's true. He says, how you see the fight playing out, Corey? Okay, Armando says at Andre, yeah, true, but we didn't expect Benavidez to pop for coke, get stripped and miss weight and get stripped again. Laugh out loud. That was on him. Nobody at 168 was fighting each other at 168 until Canelo came in. That's true. That's true. Now everybody want to fight Canelo. Charlo's calling out Canelo. Charlo's talking about moving up to 168. Even Charlo's talking about moving up to 168, y'all. So if Charlo's talking about moving up to 168, everybody else talking about moving up to 168, man. 168 is jumping right now, bro. No cap. 168 is jumping right now, man, for sure. Without a doubt, man. 168 is lit. Andre in the chat says, smash that like button too, you guys. Let's get these likes up, man. Andre in the chat says, exactly, Armando. That proves my point. They all just waiting to cash out on that Canelo payday. It's sad. Hey, hey, hey. And Canelo, and that's another thing. Canelo's got more money than the fighters he's fighting. But he's so hungry. Dare I say, is he more hungry than Caleb Plant? What do you guys think about that? I'm going to let you guys answer that, man. Who do you think's the more hungrier fighter going into this fight? Who do you think's the more hungrier fighter going into this fight, y'all? Huh? Who you guys think is a more you know? 619, okay, 619 in the chat says, let's see what 619 in the chat. He says, I think Plant punches harder than he gets credit for. He says, and he will shock Canelo with big shots. He says, and stop him. Whoa. Let me repeat this, you guys. 619 Cali Factor in the chat says, I think Caleb Plant punches harder than he gets credit for, and he will shock Canelo with big shots and stop him. I say 6, but even if it's later in the fight, I got Plant by stoppage. Whoa. There you go, 619 Cali Factor. Cali Factor. Do you guys agree with him? Crypto Color says, man, Canelo took shots from Triple G. He boo okay, and he'll be okay in this fight. Wow. Okay. Like I said, 619 Cali Factor says, I think Plant punches harder than he gets credit for and will shock Canelo with big shots and stop him. He says, I say 6, but even if it's later than in the fight, I got Plant by stoppage. Yeah, I can see that happening. I could definitely see that happening, man. But I really, right now, you guys, I'm going to be honest. Right now, I'm going to be honest, you guys. I don't think Caleb Plant can win this fight. I'm just going to be honest, man. I mean, I haven't said that about a lot of fighters before, but he's a boxer. I could say he's got a puncher's chance, but I can't even say that right now because I don't think he's got enough power to hurt Canelo. In my personal opinion. I don't think he's got enough power to hurt Canelo. You got to have enough power to hurt Canelo. You got to have enough power to at least get Canelo's respect. Does Caleb Plant, you guys, have enough power to get Canelo's respect? Yes or no? I don't think he does. I don't think he does, you guys. What makes you guys think, in 619 Cali Factor, what makes you think that Caleb Plant can stop Canelo when we haven't even seen him stop Uzcategui, which he hurt? Dude, that's reaching, bro. That's reaching, bro. That's reaching, bro. I'm sorry, man, but that's reaching, bro. That's reaching, bro. I'm sorry, man. That's reaching, bro. I'm sorry, man. I don't see it, man. I'm sorry. I don't see it. I don't see it. He says, let's see the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Armando says, I think he's more hungry than Plant. Plant is from the gutter, lost his daughter and mother. You can see it in his eyes. He's some damn hungry man. He's fighting to win, not lose. Wow, I'm highlighting that point. Wow, that's a real strong point you just made right there, Armando. Armando, shout out to shout out to Armando for for those words right there, man. Shout out to Armando in the chat. Armando says, I always said right now, from 154 to 168, nobody's fucking with Canelo. But the only fighter that I believe has a chance is Plant. I always been saying that it's going to be a good fight. Wow. So you got wow. Okay. So you okay. Let me pin that up there, man. Let me go ahead and pin that up there, man. Damn, so you feel like it's gonna be that good of a fight, man. Wow. So some of you guys are giving Caleb Plant credit. Some of you guys are giving Caleb Plant credit. Some of you guys are not giving Caleb Plant credit, man. Some of you guys think Caleb Plant's gonna just get iced off the rip. You know, which he could. I'm not saying he can't. I'm not saying he can't get it, but you know, I think he can, but he can get it. He can get it, but it's just one of those things, man. We're gonna see, man. I just truly feel like Caleb Plant is just I don't think he's got enough tools, man. I'm sorry. Boxing Kings in the chat. Let me go to Boxing Kings in the chat says. Let me highlight his comment. He says, okay, here we go. Thank you for the questions, you guys, man. I've been trying to get to these questions too, you guys. If you guys got any questions, man, I'll give you my point of view. Like I said, I've met some of these fighters. I've been to the fights. And like I said, man, we're gonna keep it going, man. Like I said, man. The Boxing King says, Corey, do you think 160 will be the perfect weight for Fundora? Do you think he will still be able to fight on the inside with his style at a higher weight? He's done well fighting on the inside so far. He's done well fighting on the inside so far. Fundora has done well fighting on the inside so far. So I'm not gonna say he can't do it at 160, and I'm not saying he can't do it at 168. But what I will say is what I will say is Fundora is tall as shit, okay? So he's tall as shit. So I really feel like, you know, him being so tall, I just really feel like some guys can exploit that, you know? I really feel like guys can exploit that. People can you know, I feel like, you know, he's been rocked before. So, you know, moving up to a higher weight class, you know, where guys hit harder, you know, what do you think could happen to Fundora at 160 or dare I say 168, okay? Mind you, you're jumping up in weight, but your body can be more comfortable. You got hungry lions that are already waiting that have been comfortable at that weight class. So, you know, that's just my 2 cents on it. But yeah, man. Um, Dago 619 in the chat says at crypto Canelo couldn't drop Jacobs, but soft punching Mora did. Every fight is different. Wow, okay. Crypto Color says you have to beat Canelo by points, stick, and move. Mayweather gave us the blueprint at Corey Lee Boxing. Wow, okay. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. I like that. I like that one. I like that one, Crypto Colors. I like that Mayweather shout out too. I like that one. Smash that like button, you guys. Let's get these likes up, man. Let's get these likes all the way up, man. We live. Yo. Andre says, once Plant fatigues and starts sitting on them ropes, it's a wrap. Wow. Smash that like button, you guys. As soon as you guys come in here, man. Let's get these likes up, man. So you're saying soon as he sits on the ropes, it's a wrap, man. So you're saying right now, soon as Caleb Plant, you know, starts, you know, I guess you can say the fatigue and him slowing down in the later rounds, you feel like that's when he's gonna get caught. That's when he's gonna get knocked out. I mean, he could. I could definitely see that happening. Um, but like I said, man, you guys gotta understand, man. There's levels to this shit. Caleb Plant, like somebody said in the chat, Caleb Plant lost his mom and his daughter. You know what I mean? Leading up into this, man. So Shout out to Caleb Plant, man. I hope he does very well in this fight, but you guys got to understand, man, there's levels to this, but then again, your heart and will can do some wild things for you, man, when you know you need to dig down deep and you need to have that grit as a fighter. They say Caleb Plant has that grit. We will see tonight if Caleb Plant truth be told has that grit and has that determination and has that young, hungry lion somewhere inside of him to win this fight against Canelo Alvarez, okay? Canelo Alvarez is still young in his own right, only about 30 years old. But he's got over 50 fights, you guys. He had to have, Canelo didn't have, this all-star amateur career because he turned pro so early in his career. I believe Canelo turned pro at 14 or 15 years old. So Caleb Plant has been a professional boxer for more than half of his life. Okay? Let me repeat that. Canelo Alvarez has been a professional prize fighter for over half of his life. Facts. Facts, man. Come on. Facts, man. Andre says people overlooking this shit, in my opinion. Hey, I hear you, bro. I hear you. Armando says Plant is a very high-level, pure boxer. He says, who has a good jab, too. He says, fighters with good jabs and pure boxers, that style has consistently given Canelo problems. Larry Mosley, Trout, Floyd, Lara, Cotto, Khan, Triple G. But you name all of those fighters to name this, though, Mondo. How do you know in all? Well, I know in the Khan and I know in the Trout fight, he was setting traps. And in the Triple G fight. The Floyd fight, he definitely lost. But you got a point, Armando. Armando's got a point on that one, you guys. You guys might want to look into what Armando's saying in the chat right now, man. Armando came up with some pretty good points, man. I'll read that again if you guys didn't hear me the first time. Armando in the chat says Plant is a very high-level, pure boxer who has a good jab, too. Fighters with good jabs and pure boxers, that style has consistently given Canelo problems. He says Mosley, Trout, Floyd, Lara, Cotto, Khan, and Triple G have all gave Canelo problems, you guys. He's got a good point. I'm not lying. He's not lying about that. Smash that like button. Can y'all stop what y'all doing right now and just show Corey Lee Boxing a little bit of love and smash that like button? I greatly appreciate that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get back on top of things, man. But yeah, man, what does it say? Yeah, man. So, I see a lot of you guys. There might be a little bit of late money coming in on Plant, man. But me and Beebs from Ringside Reporter was talking earlier, and he likes to bet. He likes to bet. So he's saying a pick'em bet he's saying a good bet to bet on tonight is the Sewell Canelo Alvarez stopping Canelo in rounds 7 through 9. He said he likes that. He said he likes those odds. If you guys can see that, I don't know if you guys can see that. You guys can take a close up on that. 7 through 9, he likes those odds. 7 through 9, he likes those odds. He's saying that those odds, he said Canelo Alvarez round 7 through 9 is a plus 330. It's a plus 330. Smash that like button, you guys. As soon as you guys come in here, let's get these likes all the way through the roof, y'all. Let's get these likes up, man. But Chad, right now on my bookie, I'm on my bookie right now, you guys. If you guys haven't noticed, or if you guys haven't checked it out, go to my bookie. They got some pretty good lines on there. Sewell Canelo Alvarez rounds 1 through 3 plus 600. If Canelo Alvarez can stop Caleb Plant in rounds 1 through 6, it's plus 600. Okay, So that means you'll get a lot of money back. You'll get, you know what I mean? You'll get more money than you put in back, big time. So that's really good, but will he stop him in, rounds 1 through 6? My personal opinion is hell no. I think he came too far for that. Mason in the chat says Corley boxing, you could play Jungle Boy all grown up in a movie, real talk. The Boxing King says, Corey, I never seen Canelo roughed up in any fight. He got hurt by Cotto's brother. What the fuck? Canelo roughed up by any fighter. Everyone respect Canelo too much. Plant needs to throw in a headbutt too. Oh, so you're saying Canelo needs to fight dirt? I mean, Caleb Plant needs to fight dirty. Damn, smash that like button, y'all. Let's get these likes up, man. Come on now. Let's get these likes up, y'all. Come on now. Let me see what else you guys talking about in the chat, man. He says, Rio in the chat says Cinnamon wins via devastation. Hey, man. Do you see any differences in Canelo? Yeah, since when? I mean, he's changed a lot since I think Canelo's even changed a lot since the Triple G fight, to be honest with you guys. Yeah, I think Canelo's definitely changed up. He's got to. Boxing's changing. Boxing's always on the move. Boxing's always on the swivel. Boxing is just, one of those, it's a young man's sport. Boxing is definitely a young man's sport. It's one of those things like a old fighter, a fighter that's old, we can see him become old overnight. That's where you get those sayings from in boxing. You're like, oh, he got old overnight type shit. No, he's been old, but that fighter exploited that shit. That fighter wasn't, taking no for an answer. And I feel like Caleb Plant's will is like that. I'm not taking no for an answer type shit. He is on that type of shit, But will that be enough? Will Caleb Plant's will and determination, being that his mother and his daughter, both passed, away. So he's got both of those on his shoulders going into this fight. His mother and his daughter, So could you imagine? You can only imagine what he's going through right now. But my personal opinion is, I want to see him, do good in a couple fights. In a couple rounds at least. Why not? Why not do good in a couple rounds? Like he says, you are though. He says, Armando says, I just seen something in Plant, man. He's so hungry. He says, are you guys saying clenbuterol? Shout out to Curve Glass 123. What state you from, bro? I'm from the DMV. Rio says, Armando, what you gonna say if he gets completely destroyed? Genuinely curious. Armando says, I just see something in Plant, man. He's so hungry. He says he's so hungry. You can just see it in his eyes. He says he can upset, but even if he loses, he's putting up one heck of a fight. I can see that happening. I can definitely see that happening. But one of those things to that is, can Caleb Plant take punishment? That's the question. Can Caleb Plant take punishment? That's a fucking $10 million question. That's a $10 million question. Can Canelo Alvarez take punishment? Can Caleb Plant? We all know Canelo can. Look at the Triple G fight. Can Caleb Plant take punishment from Canelo? Can he? Rio in the chat says, laugh my ass off. People making this shit sound like a Rocky movie, bro. Hey, smash that like button, y'all. Let's get these likes up. The Boxing Kings archives. Corey, you missed my first comment before the last. What do you think? I want Plant to do that tonight. Which one? What did you say, broski? Shout out to the Boxing Kings with the comments, bro. He's throwing all the comments at me, man. Hold that thought. Let's see what we got here. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Is the volume good? Can you guys hear me? Oh yeah, I guess you guys can hear me. Yeah. All right, so yeah, man, I've got my earphones charging real quick. But yeah, man, we're gonna keep it going, man. We'll keep it rolling. This is what happens when you got your own show, bro. You gotta do shit on the fly. Your headphones go out or whatever. You just gotta keep it going, bro. He said it's low. Well, just bear with me for about 10 minutes or so, man. We got them bad boys charging up. But yeah, man, Omano says Plant is determined, kid. I'm telling you, he's not here to lose. You guys are really hyping me up on Caleb Plant, bro. You guys really got me thinking Caleb Plant can do something, bro. Like, y'all really got me thinking, bro. Like, Caleb Plant, rage in the chat. What's happening, man? Shout out to all you guys in the chat, man. I'm going through the whole chat right now, man. Shouting all you guys out. You already know, man. Everybody in the chat, smash that like button, y'all. Let's get these likes up. Corey Lee Boxing is back, man. I had some, I was going through some things, man, but I'm back, man. I'm back on this boxing shit, man. Back on this boxing shit. Let's see what we got here, man. The Boxing King says when Canelo tries to Plant up, Plant needs to hit him with the low blows and elbows. You think so? You're trying to tell me that Caleb Plant should fight dirty? That's what you telling me, boxing, right? I mean, the Boxing Kings. That's what you telling me. You're pretty much telling me that Caleb Plant needs to fight a little dirty, you know what I mean, to win this fight. Curved Glass 123 says Canelo got more skills than Plant. Some people say Plant got more skills, but he doesn't have more power, so one of those things gotta go. You know what I mean? I truly feel like Canelo has more skill and power than Caleb Plant. I think Canelo is a little under. I feel like they're underestimating. I feel like they're underestimating Caleb Plant. I mean, Canelo Alvarez. Excuse me. What was I gonna say? Yeah, though, man. Smash that like button, y'all. Let's get these likes up, man. Let's get these likes up. But yeah, I want to go over these lines like I was talking about earlier, man. So if Caleb Plant wins by a first round knockout, that's just plus 10,000. That's just plus 10,000. I'm gonna go over some of the bets you can bet with tonight. I don't know if you guys can see that. My damn quality.
But yeah, man. So Plant wins round one. If Plant wins in the first round by knockout, you get $10,000. I mean, excuse me, plus 10,000. Excuse me, $10,000. Plus 10,000. If Plant wins in the second round, it's plus 10,000. Pretty much, if Plant wins by knockout in rounds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold on. 11, 12. If Caleb Plant wins, if he wins any round, they're doing the same odds on every single round. Plus 10,000. Normally it sways up and down, some of the rounds and stuff like that. But wow, man. So Canelo Alvarez on his side, if he wins by knockouts, Canelo Alvarez 1 through 3 plus 600, 4 through 6 plus 330. Canelo Alvarez round 7 through 9 if he knocks out Plant plus 330. This is at my bookie. This is the app my bookie. Beeb sent me these. Saul Canelo Alvarez rounds 10 through 12 by knockout. If he wins by knockout in rounds 10 through 12 plus 600. I like that one. I like that Canelo Alvarez plus 600. I like that one. I actually like that one, man. Jalik deleted Corey. Canelo got robbed. It's going, whoa, you think so, broski? I don't know, man. Jalik, I don't know. You think so? You guys got to understand, man. There you go. There go the link, y'all. So, what was I going to say? So yeah, right now, Canelo Alvarez by decision or technical decision plus 210. Caleb Plant rounds 1. These are round group betting. Okay. Oh, these are just round by rounds. Hold on. This is group betting. Plant was able to take Uzcategui's power, but he was getting hurt in that Uzcategui fight. A lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people don't know boxing, don't know what Uzcategui was doing. But Uzcategui was definitely putting the pressure on Caleb Plant in those later rounds. And if that was Canelo Alvarez in there and that Uzcategui fight, Caleb Plant wouldn't even be a world champion right now. These are facts. These are big facts right now. These are big. Please listen to me when I'm talking to you right now. If that was Canelo Alvarez on the other end, and that was instead of Uzcategui, Caleb Plant would not be world champion right now, in my personal opinion. But you can't take nothing from him. He beat Uzcategui fair and square, and he won. And he won. He won. He won. He won that fight. The Boxing Kings in the chat, salute, bro. The Boxing Kings in the chat says, is the only way he can beat Cinnamon tonight. He can't win on the cards, and he does not have enough power. So you feel like he don't have enough power either, because I said that earlier, and some people were like, wow, but I truly don't think that Caleb Plant has enough power. Okay, somebody in the chat. That was a good comment right there, man. Let me go back to that comment. Shout out to Viper D2022. He says, does someone know what will be the weight of both fighters now, like tonight? You mean like fight weight? Were they both weighed in at about 168? 168. So they both weighed in around about 168. So I'm thinking Canelo. The more and more I think about this shit, and this is another thing, you guys. Who's gonna win the weight bullying war? My personal opinion is Canelo. I think Canelo's gonna rehydrate to probably, but I don't know though, because Caleb Plant's been at this, man. Caleb Plant might rehydrate more. I don't got Canelo Alvarez being a 190 going into the fight tonight though, man. He weighed in at 168. 178 would be 10 pounds. 188 would be 20 pounds. I think both of them will be somewhere in the middle of 10 and 20 pounds. So right at about 15 pounds. So 168, 178, 182, I'm thinking. 180, 182 for these fighters. But the IBF is in effect. I don't know if you can't go over 10 pounds. I'm not sure how that works because the IBF is in play. And I know they have those funky rules with the weight cutting and stuff like that. So you guys, a lot of people don't know about that. Canelo fought at 75 before, Corey. Yeah, but he didn't look ripped at 175. He didn't look as cut as he is now at 175. Canelo might come in at 175. I think he's going to be higher than 175. 175 ain't nothing but 7 pounds, bro. 175 is nothing but 7 pounds, man. I think he's going to come in heavier than 175. My personal opinion. I truly think, That's what I think. But hey, we'll see. We shall see, my brother. What you guys talking about in the chat? Trap Media, what's up, man? Trap Media, come if you want to come on in, man. I put the you and Jalik, man. If you guys want to come in, man. I put the link in the chat, y'all. Yeah, Trap Media, cause I need to know who you picking anyways, man. Yeah, I need to know who y'all motherfuckers picking anyways, man. Y'all try to duck me with that shit, man. You know what I mean? I need to get that shit on video, man. Who y'all picking, man? Yeah. Yeah. I'm picking Canelo by stoppage, man. It's going to get ugly in there for Plant. For real. It's going to get ugly, man. I just feel like Caleb Plant, man, he's a good fighter. I'm not taking I'm not taking anything away from Caleb Plant. I'm not taking anything away from Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is a good fighter. I'm not taking anything away from Caleb Plant. He's got a good story. I love his story. I love everything he's about. Awesome wife. She does interviews as well. She's in the media as well. So salute to his wife. But Caleb Plant's getting iced tonight, okay? He's getting iced tonight, okay? I'm sorry that his girl, whatever, his wife, whatever, has to see that, but don't come to the fight. Don't come to the fight, but that's his wife. I mean, definitely come to the fight, support him, but it's like one of those things, man. I would hate for her to see that joint. This joint, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to keep it real with you guys, man. All right, there go Trap Media. Salute my brother in the chat, man. My brother's Trap Media. What's happening? It's fight night. Are you ready?
Oh, what's the deal? What's the deal, man? I'm ready to see a body tonight, man. I'm ready to see a body. Ready to see a body. I ain't never seen.
Catch a body.
Hey, I ain't never seen so many Canelo haters, man. I've been all over the internet. All over the internet. I keep hearing Plant too slick. I just need all y'all in the chat that's hating on Canelo.
Yeah.
Keep that energy when the fight over. I don't want y'all running, switching it up. Oh, Plant wasn't too good. Oh, because I'm hearing y'all say better than Billy Joe. I'm hearing all of this. He too slick.
Yeah, Beef
Canelo
said
had problem with slick.
I chilled though. You think he's better than Billy Joe or no?
No. I think he don't have a performance like Billy Joe versus Lemieux. Where's his performance like that? Like Billy Joe
he
came
shut
out
Lemieux, man. I mean, I'm glad you
in Canada.
That up, man, because I thought my boy Lemieux was going to at least had a power advantage and fuck him up a little bit, man. Man, Lemieux was swinging for the air, man.
In Canada.
Had that man looking bad in his home country, man. That man ain't fight the same since, man.
But look, before that fight, all I heard was Canelo got problems with slick fighters. Billy Joe
Yup.
slick.
Yup.
Billy Joe skill.
Yup.
Now everybody's saying Billy Joe was trash. Billy Joe wouldn't. But last time I checked, Billy Joe was a top. If he was still fighting, he would be a top guy. So I just don't understand the Billy Joe disrespect. But I want y'all to keep that same energy
Same
after
energy.
the fight. I don't. When he knock
Wow.
him out, we don't need to hear nothing else about he can't do nothing with slick fighters. That should be the end of that narrative. And we already seen him giving Frank Sanchez that work. I know you seen that clip.
You said Frank Sanchez?
Frank Sanchez, you ain't seen the spar
Frank
with
Sanchez
Canelo?
and Canelo?
Yeah, spar,
Who was
giving him that
winning?
work. Canelo backing him up.
Fuck no, man.
Yeah, pull counters and everything. You you know he said he wanted to go to heavyweight. So if
You
we
for real
looking at
about
what's
this?
next, yeah, it's on Twitter. Type it in. I think I retweeted. If you on Twitter, I think I retweeted. I know Jali seen it.
Damn, bro.
Jali, you seen it, didn't you?
Huh?
Jali, he said he got his scorecards. My scorecard: Canelo wins 7-5, tough fight. Judges scorecards: Plant draw or split decision. Dago
Wow.
say
Smash
Plant
that
is
like button.
He say Plant is definitely better than Saunders. How? Dago, just let me know.
He said he's
You
better than Sanders?
Yeah, how? Dago, just let me know in the chat. How? Where's his Lemieux performance? Where's this great? Because Lemieux performance should have been against Uzkatiki in his last few fights. Where was that at? He hasn't had one of those, so I don't know how you would. I don't know how you would say that. Based on what? Jalik said
Wow.
Frank wasn't going hard. What could Frank do though, Jalik? I mean, Frank could box, but I just think
Wow.
Canelo. We looking at the LeBron of boxing, so it's like, how much can you do? How much could you do?
Wow. So they're pretty much not giving him credit right now.
Billy Joe has just become a bum overnight. Now it's Billy Joe ain't nobody. He he's better. Like, man, I wish Billy Joe come back. I wish Billy Joe come back. I wish he
You
ain't
want Billy
retire.
Joe to come back, bro?
You don't think he got nothing left? I think he got a lot more good
I mean, he
fights.
got that payday, man. You guys gotta understand, he got that payday, man. Diego 619 in the chat says they won't show the overnight weight on Showtime. Plan is definitely better than Saunders. And Jalik Deleter says at Trap Media, Cap and Frank wasn't going hard.
Did Billy Joe get popped with Pez? When fighters getting popped, is that usually the first time? Was it really Pez or was it like a sinus inhaler?
That's a good
I think
question, bro.
because I think it was the sinus inhaler. There's legal in the UK, but it's not legal in the US. So it could have been some confusion. We don't. Just the same thing with the. Hold on, say if Caleb Plant could stick and move for 12 rounds without getting hit, he could win. I mean, but how logical do that sound? Crypto, come on, crypto, come on, crypto.
What Crypto
If
say?
if he could box and move, stick and move for 12 rounds, but it's like, how you gonna do that against the pressure coming at some point? We know that's not gonna happen. The thing is, can do Plant got the heart? Like everybody been saying, when that storm
Basically
come,
getting a
what he go?
professional to come back.
Oh,
Big shot from Michael Fox and Maestre down on the canvas for the first time as a pro.
That was
He said what?
Hold on,
Can you hear
hold
me?
on. Yeah, I hear you. Who was that, Morel?
Yeah, I was like, yo, because I didn't know I could play clips on here, bro. I'm gonna start using that joint. I was just trying to test
Oh
something
yeah,
out.
you can put like a whole nother screen with like a fight plan and have both our screen with a fight plan and just like, cause I used to use it like to break certain fights down and shit
That's what
and
I
have
want to
my
start
screen.
doing, yo. I'm gonna try to learn how
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
that joint for real, man.
yeah.
Trap
When you
Media,
see
Trap Media gonna help out Corley Boxing Media.
man, Shout out Corey Lee, man. I appreciate you having me on. I used to watch your shit all the time. All the time.
Yeah, man. You know that, man. Anybody welcome, man. You know, some people just be coming with that bullshit, man.
Jalit said, y'all know people from the South be strong. I give him that. That's one thing um I think his background can help him a lot, depending on how far removed he from it. But if I was him during these times, I would have went back to the trailer park. I probably would slept a couple nights, just really try to get rooted again and remember where he came from. That
Shout out to Crypto Colors. He says at Trap Media, if Caleb Plant could stick and move for 12 rounds without getting hit, he could win. Now let me tell you something about that though. Yeah, he could win if he was able to, be that elusive to get away from to get out away from his shots, Canelo shots. But we've all seen time and time again, man, that's easier said than done. Okay, a lot of people asked James Kirkland. He thought he could just do his thing and get out of the way. No, Amir Khan definitely thought he could outbox Canelo. Fuck no. Time and time again, this guy Canelo has went in and showed you what he can do to boxers. And I really truly think I want to be able to think that Caleb Plant has at least a unanimous decision in him without getting stopped. But when you piss Canelo off and you say something about his mother, quote unquote, that's what he said, I feel like that's giving him extra motivation, and you have that one last belt to unlock Mexican history forever. So that's a lot on the line on this fight tonight, man. What do you think, Trap Media? I feel like there's a lot on the line tonight, man. Wow.
yeah, it's heavy because if Plant did win, would he be the best white American fighter in history? Would you, or is he in that conversation?
If Caleb
Undisputed.
If Caleb Plant won tonight, let me break down this. If Caleb Plant won tonight, okay, if Caleb Plant were able to win tonight and was able to get that win, Caleb, not only would this be one of the biggest upsets in the history of boxing, Caleb Plant will forever be an American legend. Yeah. I mean, you guys got to understand, man. Not only an American legend, I know for a fact he'll be a Tennessee legend. He'll have his own statue in Tennessee. He'll go into the Tennessee Boxing Hall of Fame. Caleb Plant will be immortalized in Tennessee if he can beat Canelo Alvarez tonight is the question, Trap Media. Does he get it done, Trap Media?
Well, I know going into the summer they did.
Like, I don't even know how to come back with that.
I mean, they did say it was White Boy Summer, so Tyson Fury came out, did his thing. If Caleb Plant come do it, I mean, I guess this would be one of the best years for white boys in boxing. He been with Fury though. He been with the camp. Him and Josh Taylor. I seen the picture with them earlier. So I think the mentality right. I just don't know if he got the skill to do it. But we can't count him out until we see it. I just think Canelo on another level, but we still got to give him a chance. Larry Bird, Josh Taylor, the best white boy in boxing. Oh, Canelo definitely better than Usyk. Usyk was getting whooped by Bellew. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Chill, Trap Media. Chill. Relax with the Usyk, though, man. Just with that particular fighter, relax, man. Because I don't want to have to, you know what I mean, live on air, man.
I know that's your guy. How you the Bellew fight, you ain't have Bellew up until you got.
I mean, Bellew was definitely doing his thing. But Bellew also is on Corey Lee Box's Ice Season Greatest Hits, nigga. Don't play with me. Yeah, get like that, though. He's like that. Usyk is like that. For real. Yeah. Lights out for Bellew. Retirement for that homie. Yeah.
How would you compare
Yeah. Ask Bellew how
Canelo
he
and
felt
Usyk?
after that fight. Why don't you do that, Trap Media?
I give him his respect for it. I'm just saying, comparing to Canelo, you think Canelo have a tough fight with Bellew?
I mean, Bellew fought at 175 and gave Stevenson trouble, I believe, in that fight. So, before I think he got knocked out in that fight. If I'm not mistaken, but Bellew's always been a pretty sound fighter. But as far as Usyk, there's levels to this shit. He was only letting Bellew get off because he was setting up traps because he wasn't trying to let it go to decision. You know, Usyk does care for the well-being of fighters. He cared immensely after that, and he wanted to make sure Bellew was okay. I've heard in a recent interview that he doesn't like doing certain things like that to fighters. But you guys got to understand, he said this is the boxing business. So he's like, this is pretty much what they want to do to me. So it's like, you guys got to understand, he doesn't like the brutality of certain things that he had to do to Bellew. But, that's what he had to do. And that's why I truly think that you're giving Usyk, people don't understand. People don't, and I don't want to get off topic because it's Canelo's night tonight and Plant's night tonight. But since we on the Usyk topic, people don't understand that Anthony Joshua is trying to fucking find a new trainer, and his mind is all over the place. He doesn't know if he's coming or he's going. Usyk staying the same. Usyk is keying in on all of the small, minute mistakes he made against Anthony Joshua, and he's fixing them, and he's gonna stop that man. Yeah, he's gonna stop that man. Trap Media. Corey Lee does not play boxing. Neither does Alexander Usyk, baby. Let's go, man. You already know who the number one heavyweight in the world is. I've been telling you this for 4 years, and you still don't believe me? Come on, man. Move on, man. Next subject, man. You already know how I'm rocking Trap Media. Come on now. Come on
But
now.
look, the tie-in for that was who's undefeated of this era. I mean, undisputed of this era would be the most impressive if Canelo do capture it. Would it be Usyk? Would it be Crawford? Would it be Taylor?
Fight
Who's would be the
six. What's
heaviest?
going on?
What's
Yeah,
going
one
on?
eight one. Yeah, 181, bro. Listen, I've been putting some big money down on this fight. 800 on the Canelo, the ninth, bro. By KO. Got the third and the fifth as well for Canelo by a beat down with 80 quid. Listen, this fight is gonna go. Do you want to know what I really think about this fight? It's gonna go weird. Some weird Montel Griffin, Roy Jones shit is gonna go down in this fight. I don't think this is gonna be a normal fight, and I'm gonna put my face on camera as well, bro. I'm gonna put my face. Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, we hear you. The audio clear.
Yeah. Well, let me put my face on the camera, bro. This fight is gonna go strange, bro. You're talking strange range mobile 187. That fucking shit's gonna go down. I got my whiskey with this bitch. I got this bitch. Yeah. I'm just chilling.
What to expect, bro?
I got this shit going on. I just love boxing, bro.
Yeah,
And
that boy popping tops.
181, bro. I'm coming deep, bro. I got the fucking tight jeans on, bro. I'm just walking up like fucking.
Yeah.
I am what I am, bro. But
where you tuning in from?
Now I come from Birmingham in the UK, bro.
You said Birmingham?
Man, but I want to ask both of you guys, man. Staying on topic, Canelo Alvarez versus Caleb Plant tonight. Do you guys see in any way, any minute, small way, Caleb Plant wins this fight, man? Can it happen? Can he, the great white hope, can he win for all of the doubters and all of the people that did not think he could win? Can he win? Trap Media, we're going to let you go first, and then we're going to go right to fight Century. Go ahead, man.
I'll mute myself, bro.
Yeah. I think if he gonna give his best chance to win, he gotta come out with like a Madonna's mentality. Like how Madonna just had no
Ooh,
respect
I
for
like
Floyd.
that. I like that.
He can't when they clinching, he can't be waiting on the referee. You gotta be very aggressive. If Canelo get dirty, you get dirty or get dirty before him. Make this a fight. Get him in his emotions. Make the referee have to tell you, "Oh, I'm about to give y'all a point if y'all don't cut it out." You want it to be that type of fight where it feel like, "Oh, these guys really don't like each other." You can't go in there and get in the ring. Don't when they do that glove dap up. Don't try to dap his glove up. Make the referees have have to force you to show him some respect. I think if you set the tone early, but don't burn yourself early out like Wilder. Don't try to do it all in one round. You can do a little bit, see what's out there. If anything, get aggressive, be aggressive with them, but understand the fight, like Floyd say, the fight don't start till after the sixth round. So just keep that in your mind. Hopefully your cardio good. I know a boy came on here and said his wife was training him, his wife was whooping him, but hopefully the cardio is good and just try to drag it deep, but stay aggressive early. But aggressive, control aggressive, not burn yourself out aggressive. And that's what I think will give him the best chance. But he gotta exert his dominance and let the judges know that he didn't come to get pushed around. You don't want no Danny Jacobs type behavior. What you think about that? My guy from Birmingham.
Yeah, man, my connection's not great on my phone, so I don't know if people can hear. But yeah, I can't really say much more about it. It's just reiterated the point that was in my own brain. So that was in my brain what you were saying. Listen, that's it. It's I don't know what I can add to this. I just think Plant needs to just not be intimidated by that guy and just like isn't he got is a human being? Isn't he got legs and a fucking fist and all that? So I'm gonna mute myself.
Hold on,
I'm
I got
gonna
a question for you though. Being from over there in the UK, how do you compare Plant and Billy Joe? Do you see Plant
Billy
as the
Joe.
same level?
Now I've been to about four of Billy Joe's fights, three or four. Well, three of his fights. It ain't shit, bro.
Oh,
You know,
y'all don't really respect Billy Joe over there. I mean, I look at him as pretty skilled. You don't like the
nah.
Lemieux fight?
No. Listen, bro. I'm a bit of a different UK guy. Like, put my camera on. I'm a bit different from those people that you see, bro. So no, we have a different culture here as well. We have an
Uh huh.
underculture here as well. So don't just think what you see on the TV is everything that you
Uh
see.
huh.
So no, I don't like Billy Joe Saunders. Fucking hole, bro.
Dang.
I don't rate him. No, I don't rate him whatsoever. I think the Lemieux win was a bit of a con job. To be honest, I think Lemieux. Well, what did he do in Montreal? Just fucking followed him around the ring. It wasn't a good fight, was it? You know what I mean?
I thought it was a classic performance by Billy Joe. I thought it was a Ali Floyd Canelo like performance.
Nah,
He,
nah.
he shut him out. He shut him out. Shout out Romanian Mike. Everybody coming in. Make sure y'all hit that like
His,
button. It's
his last his last fight before that was in the copper box. In I think I watched that fight against some Romanian guy. Like I got a lot of respect for Billy Joe Saunders in terms of his fighting style. Don't get me wrong. The Lemieux
mm,
thing, I thought it was a good win. I'm not gonna hate on him. I agree with you on that, but I've got a there's an underculture in the UK and there's an overculture. I come from the underculture, so it's very, very different. We don't really, you guys don't see that much in America. You see people like Billy Hole, you see people like AJ, you
mm,
see all these guys that are marketed clean through hand, don't you? To be honest, but I
yeah.
don't come from that culture, bro. I come from more of a street culture. I live in a street area. I live in a very different area from these guys living. So
Uh,
listen, and fighting on the street, I'm 50 years old, so it's very, very different culture from them guys. I think he's got an excellent skill set, Billy Joe, but listen, bro, made his money. I don't rate him highly, to be fair.
Yeah.
So that's just hate from me.
Yeah, crypto. I think it maybe eight through 10 probably for me. The stoppage 8 through 10. Hey, this Sports 5X, they've
I'm
been
more,
spamming a bunch of channels today. And that
Hey y'all,
Siam,
block them. Hey y'all, if y'all got a wrench, man, don't let any of these people come in here with all that spam shit. Use y'all's wrenches. That's why I gave y'all
facts.
motherfucking wrench. If you do not want your wrench, I will gladly take it back.
yeah, the Claudia,
Get these people the
that
fuck out of here, man. We ain't
yeah,
got time for that shit.
yeah, both of them been spamming
Yeah.
a bunch of pages. But
It's like
would y'all
my
be surprised
internet.
at a first
It's
round
like,
knockout? Like would y'all be surprised at that?
A first
nah,
round knockout. I mean, to be honest with you, if this would
could
be a
happen,
first
bro.
round, if this would be a first round knockout for Canelo Alvarez, I mean, I truly feel like, Canelo Alvarez is one of those, once in a life, once in a generational athletes, especially Mexican, especially, all of the,
Facts. Facts.
heritage behind him. He's got his brothers. He's got, him being the youngest out of all of his brothers and pretty much being the runt, but being the best. He's better than all of his brothers. And I really truly feel that I really truly feel that Canelo Alvarez can, you know, probably get Plant out in the first round if he truly, truly, truly wanted to, and he put all of his energy into that one motherfucking round. Maybe. But this is not a one round
Facts.
fight. You know what I
Facts.
mean? This is a 12-round fight. And so with that
Mhm.
being said, Trap Media, I feel like that this fight will go on past 7 rounds, but it will
Mhm.
not end pretty for Caleb Plant after the 7th round. I feel like that's when the real I'm walking you down and I'm not taking no for an answer, motherfucker. Here I come. That's the Canelo Alvarez you're going to get after the 7th round moving forward. And I truly feel like this is going to be one of Canelo's better performances, man, in my personal opinion, Trap Media.
Do you think though Ellaby never talks out in terms of like Leonard Ellaby spoke out yesterday about Plant and he was saying that this man's is like decent, he's gonna beat him. I got no respect for the Mayweather gym in terms of promoters and like you haven't and nobody has on the internet, but I think Leonard Ellaby is not an idiot.
You feel like Leonard
What you was
Ellaby did what?
I just think Leonard Ellaby said yesterday, and I don't
uh-huh.
follow TMT, but I was
Uh-huh.
watching it on Fight Hype, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you can hear me, but I'll just carry on
Yeah, we hear you
speaking
clear.
anyway, because my internet connection's terrible, bro. But
Yeah,
No,
we
you
can
clear,
hear
listen,
you
you,
clear.
but it's definitely a little shaky, but we can hear you. Just keep talking, and as soon as you're
yeah,
done, we'll come in right behind you.
yeah, bro. I
Pause.
just think like Leonard Ellaby and that, I just think like what it was saying about Caleb Plant, I just think like, I think Ellaby might have a point. Everyone's going on the fact that Canelo. I've put I've put nearly £1,000, $1,000 on Canelo knocking this guy out, and I've got
Whoa.
yeah. I put eight
a
hundred
thousand
quid on
dollars
the
on who knocking who out?
Canelo knocking Plant out
In what
in the
round?
third. Let me get my camera on. Third, fifth, seventh, and ninth round. So over 4 rounds. It's
Uh-huh.
gonna make me £14,000 if I get that back. But I got a
Dang.
really bizarre feeling something weird's gonna happen in this fight. I just think something strange is gonna happen. And I didn't even sleep last night. I know this sounds a bit stupid because I'm in my 50s nearly, but I was having dreams and shit like this. I don't know, man. I think something weird's gonna happen in this fight, bro. I think
Like
something
What you
what? You
mean?
fucking
think you think Canelo's gonna lose, or what do you think Weird's gonna do?
yeah. I think
What you
something messed up.
We can barely,
Yeah.
hey yo, we can barely hear you fight, man. It's messing the live stream up, man. I'ma holler
Sorry,
at you
bro.
in a little while, all right? Fight Century. Just put your joint on mute, man, all right?
Sorry, bro.
You all right, bro? We can't even hear you, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's fading in and out. You know, people leaving the chat and shit. We can't even hear you, bro. My bad, bro. Next time, though, bro. But Chad, Trap Media, back to what the fuck we was doing. Like he was saying, some crazy, strange shit might happen tonight.
Could
Trap
you
Media,
see
like, what the
something
fuck
crazy?
just happened,
No,
bro?
yeah, I don't know what he meant. Like if he was talking about like Floyd and Zab Judah
Yeah.
type when the dad hopped in the ring and I, I can't see it getting nuts like
I can
that. I
see, I
mean,
can see some, I can see some, I can see it getting ugly in there. Let's just say that. I can see Canelo getting roughed up by Caleb Plant. I can see that shit happening. I can definitely see that shit happening. The reason why I can see that shit happening is because Caleb Plant is one of them type of fighters that I feel like if you push him, he's gonna push you back. You see what happened in the press conference, man? Like, come
yeah,
on, bro. That's right there. That shows you right there what the fuck can happen at any time with these two guys, man. You know what I mean? For real, to be
yeah,
honest with you, man. You know what I mean?
yeah. I can see that. I just hope the bad blood continue. I want it to be kind of like when you watching certain battle rap and it feel real. Like even though you know they just battling, but it feel like this could get out of hand at any moment. I would like that feeling. I think that's the best case scenario for a fan friendly fight is if it gets so personal and it gets so like to where the commentary like, come on, man, this is gentleman sport. Like I want it to be that aggressive, that on the edge, because that's the only way we gonna get the best out of both fighters. I don't want it to just be a dominant, one sided, like, oh, here we go. I want a classic. I want a classic.
You want a
I want a
classic
classic.
tonight. So do you think we're
Yeah.
gonna get a classic tonight, though?
The press conference would tell me it's possible. I just don't know. I just don't know how sustainable Caleb
Yeah.
Plant is under because it's big lights now. It's a lot of fans. It's a whole arena. Mexico, Canelo. Like it's a
Yeah.
lot of pressure being under these lights. Everybody ain't built for the lights, and we just don't know if you built for the light until you in the moment. And it's not to say that you can't fold like LeBron against Dallas and then come back and be built for it. But we just don't know that first time when the lights come on. Is you a star or you fooling the people? We don't know.
Yeah. I mean, right now, my personal opinion about everything is, you know, I'm gonna be straight up with you. You know, I truly think right now, you know, Caleb Plant has a lot going for itself right now. I mean, let's pull up his box rec. You know, let's do it. You know, while we breaking down the fight. You know, we supposed to be breaking down this fight, right? Right, chat
Mhm.
media. So let's break it down, man. Let's go down. Let's see why fucking Caleb Plant is a fucking plus 10,000, dude. Do you know how much
Dang.
fucking like odds that is, bro?
Did it go
That's
up that much?
crazy.
Hold on. I might need to put a bet in. Let me get my other phone.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on.
Yo, Caleb Plant is a plus 10,000.
Wow. That's
And
super
I
disrespectful.
repeat, Caleb Plant is a plus 10,000 for any round to knock him out. Normally it's the first, second, you know, it's 10,000. Then they lighten up in the 6th or 7th. They might give you, you know, plus 9,000 or plus 8,000. From round 1 through round 12, all of the rounds are plus 10,000. That's how much respect they're giving Caleb Plant at this casino. They're giving that
Wow.
nigga no respect at all. So I just feel like moving forward, man, this shit ain't gonna happen like that, Trap Media. I feel like Caleb Plant ain't gonna win by knockout, dog. I'm sorry, he ain't. He is a good fighter, and I feel like he can get the job done in certain fights, but not this motherfucking fight. I mean, what do you see
Yeah.
in Caleb Plant? Do you see him possibly, you know, pulling off the biggest upset and probably? I mean, I don't even know. Does this top? If Caleb Plant can win this fight, does this top Joshua Ruiz 1?
Ye-
I don't know. That's a tough
ye-
one though.
Yeah, see that one tricky because Ruiz was just it was the optics was so crazy because he was just looked at as like this super fat boy, and Anthony Joshua was looked at like the premier. If you want to be in shape, you want to body build, that's what you're trying to get to. So, along with, I don't know if the skill gap was as far as the optics made it as far. I think maybe the skill is on par,
Yeah.
but do you view Anthony Joshua
Yeah.
at that point as
Uh-huh.
bigger than Canelo as far as skill?
You said who?
Canelo, like comparing Anthony Joshua at the moment of that fight, Madison Square or in New York. I'm not sure if it was Madison Square. Do you
Oh,
think he is
BFTB
better?
boxing, man. My bad, chat media. BFTB boxing. Salute my brother in the chat, man. He says, "Ice season. Salute King Corey. Shout out to this bitch." He said, BFTB, let's get you a wrench for number one. That's for starters. And then um, number two, yeah, man, y'all go subscribe to BFTB boxing, man. He's got his live stream channels, man. He be going nuts on them joints, bro. He go completely crazy on them. So
Shout out
y'all gotta go
BFTV
check my
boxing.
boy
Yeah.
out, man. Hey, Trap Media, have you seen his live streams before?
Oh yeah, it should be fire. It should be fire. I would think I was just in there the other day when he was cooking.
Oh, shout out,
I think
yeah,
I seen
man.
you in
See
the
what I'm
chat.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out to
yeah.
BFTB. See, I sneak in every now and then. They say I don't be going on people's shows and shit. I be on there though. That guy
Yeah. His
Corey Lee,
logo, his logo
that
hard
guy in the
too.
chat says, "Oh, he got a sweet logo. Yeah, I like his logo too, man. Shout out to his logo. You can watch that on Screen Variety. I don't know what she talking about. The Boxing King says salute BFTB. Crypto Color says Canelo's going to fight like Mike Tyson tonight. Bro, chill, bro.
I think
Romania Mike says this is gonna be the biggest upset since the Triple G loss to Canelo. That
yeah,
wasn't no fucking upset, bro.
yeah. Nah, that was like a
What
50-50
the
fight.
fuck?
That was a 50-50
Yeah, like
fight.
what I
Not,
mean
not
by upset is that's not an upset, bro. An upset is somebody like Caleb Plant that's a plus 10,000 that you think he gonna win is a plus 10,000. You know what I mean? When the guy's a plus 10,000 to knock out another guy, that's an upset, dude. That's a motherfucking upset. Go ahead, BF. Go ahead, TMT. My bag, yo. But so what you was thinking about the Canelo upset? I mean, the Caleb Plant upset. What you think about that?
yeah. I don't
You
see no
saying he
Canelo.
could, but
Yeah,
you
no. I'm
saying he
saying
could though.
I'm
But
saying, yeah, yeah, I wouldn't see no stop. Canelo ain't showed me nothing shaky. I haven't really seen a fight where I seen like,
smash that like button,
kind,
y'all.
kind of like Crawford getting caught with Mean Machine or Crawford getting caught with Delorme, or I haven't really seen them type moments where I'm like, oh, Canelo look a little bit shaky. So I don't see if he do it, he gonna have to try to come out and be like Ugas or Derevyanchenko with Triple G, but Derevyanchenko ain't get denied. Ugas did, so that'll be his best bet. Maybe he get knocked down early and then come back strong like Derevyanchenko did against Triple G. Now in a performance like that, would people still give him respect? You think? You think he'll get a lot out of it? Like, say if he still, the feeling was Derevyanchenko beat Triple G, but I think he got a lot more respect coming out of it, even though a lot of people felt like he got robbed. You think Caleb Plant will still be in premier position in a situation if he come out and have a Derevyanchenko performance?
Oh, that's a fucking awesome question, Trap Media, man. I didn't even know you had one of them questions in you, my brother. But nah, I'm fucking with you, man. But Chad, man, that's a really, really good question, man. Do I think Caleb Plant will still have? Do I think like the people will still be clamoring for Caleb Plant if he puts on a really good performance but doesn't get denied? Fuck yeah. America will get behind him. America will probably
Mhm.
start being like, Caleb Plant is the new motherfucking guy you need to watch out for. Even in a loss, they can still think like that. I've seen motherfuckers come away in fights where you be like, damn, he should have got denied, or damn, he's a dangerous fighter. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
see, the only thing about that is you gotta actually you're gonna be put in there again tough, and you're gonna have to prove that second fight that first fight was just a fluke. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if Caleb, you see what I'm saying on Trap Media?
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. You saying if he come out and have a close fight, you can't just have one good moment. You're gonna have to bring something back and do it again. Kind of like how Porter kept coming back, close fight with Thurman, close fight with Spence. So
Yup.
then he
Yup,
solidified as a
exactly.
guy that can push them top guys.
But then he
And not
won a big fight though.
yeah, get beating Danny, beating Ugas. So, but who would the comeback be against? Benavidez or Jamal moving up?
See, he gonna have to fight. He gonna if he loses a close fight, if Caleb Plant loses a close, smash that like button, y'all. Let's get these likes up, y'all. First of all, let's get these likes up. And then number two, if uh if Caleb Plant loses a close decision to Canelo tonight, I feel like people would definitely be wanting to see him fight, Charlo or Benavidez very soon. Um, and I feel like he can still be brought up and built up to this really, really good fighter, which we all think that he can be, but just not against Canelo. I feel like a lot
Mm,
of people think, Caleb Plant can do good things in the division, but
mm,
you're dealing with a once in a, like I say, every generation, this a guy like this might come around. You know what I mean? So it's like
yeah,
Caleb Plant's undefeated, we understand, but then it's like Canelo is this fucking rolling steaming
LeBron.
train, coming through the lane, dude. And I mean, this dude is just coming through guns a blazing. I mean, he's
Yeah,
coming through at a speed that I don't think Caleb Plant has ever seen.
yeah, yeah. I
You
agree.
feel what I'm
I think
saying? Like it's different
yeah,
to get in there with Uskatigi Trap Media and do his thing against Uskatigi, but it's totally different to do the same thing, if not better, against Canelo. You see what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah, it's different levels. It's one thing playing in the Eastern Conference Finals, but when you get to that championship and you see LeBron and Anthony Davis on the other side, it's a whole different type of pressure.
Yo, yo,
I meant to
yo.
say smash the
So who do you
like.
think? So what'd you
Yeah, I
say?
mean,
Go ahead.
I think even in a loss, I think the Benavidez fight is already built up because it with that confrontation they had in the gym. That's already set. I think a lot of the viewers on YouTube probably would prefer Jamal, but I think the Jamal, I don't know, it's close because I don't know, could he win either of those fights? I don't know if he can beat them guys. Like, because I don't know which fight
You
would be
don't think
easier
who can
for him.
be who?
Caleb Plant,
You
like,
don't
say
think
he
who
end up
can be
having
who?
Caleb Plant has a close fight with Canelo, he loses. Which matchup would be easier or a more winnable fight? Jamal with the power or Benavidez with the size and the ability to overwhelm him? I don't know if either one of those he would be the favorite going in or even close in the odds. Like, would it be a more like which one of those is more winnable coming off if he did lose to Canelo tonight in a close fight?
If who would if
If
who
Caleb
would
Plant,
be in a close
as
fight?
far as
If
if
Caleb
say
Plant versus who?
yeah, Plant. Yeah, say Plant tonight. Say he lose tonight, but it's a close fight,
Uh-huh.
Spence, Sean Porter type fight. And then we
Uh-huh.
saying what's possibly next for him. America still behind him. We supporting him like damn. Caleb Plant, the real deal. He gave Canelo a very good fight. Which
Yeah.
one of the big fights is more winnable for him? Is it Benavidez? They already got a history, or is it Jamal? He got the
Charlo.
power, but
Charlo.
or
Charlo.
Charlo. Okay,
Charlo.
okay.
Charlo.
You
Because
saying that
the
because of core
Benavidez,
ball?
I feel like Plant is definitely not gonna win that Benavidez fight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that's a way tougher fight than that Charlo fight. Charlo has already had millions. I mean, he's living good. He's not even fighting on the regular anymore. I mean, that's a whole different beast. This guy Benavidez is hungry as fuck and young as fuck. You know what I mean? And he's not
Mhm.
had the riches and those huge paydays that he's had some good paydays, but he hasn't had those, you know, over $1 million multiple purses like Charlo have, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And I feel like after a while that money gets to you. That money starts playing a, role in your life and stuff like that. And Charlos like to live the good life. I'm not saying that they don't have their eye on the prize, but I'm just saying these guys are, these guys are living really nice, man. And they got money coming in other ways other than boxing. And so I feel like Charlo's on that level. Benavidez ain't even his number one goal is to just come through you like a fucking freight train, dude. His whole mental state is way different than Charlo's. You know what I mean? Charlo's like, all right, I'm
Mhm.
gonna try to get you up out of there, but I'm gonna box you if I have to. You know what I mean? I feel like Benavidez is he's just a monster, dude. He's just a fucking
Yeah,
monster. So I
and
think
he
the
young.
Plant fight will be harder for Plant.
Yeah, yeah, and he young.
The
Still
Plant
got
versus
something to prove.
Benavidez fight will be harder. What were you saying?
I, I said I agree. And he young and still got something to prove. When you young, you still got that chip on your shoulder. He done had the cocaine incident. He done lost his belt. He done been there and lost it. So it might be a bit more hunger than Jamal got right now, having already been in position a few times. That's up. Now, are you one of the
Yeah,
ones? Do you not Canelo's recent resume? Like I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, he's looked great, and he looked like he had power, but it was against this guy, Yildirim and Callum Smith and old Kovalev." Are you
yeah.
one of the ones that knock it, or do you feel like me, like we in the Canelo era, and it's guys like Bud out there who they compare to Canelo as far as pound for pound, that he'll go get in a close fight with an average guy that he's supposed to dominate, like a Mean Machine or Delorme, or he'll go or even Kell Brook. Kell Brook was touching up early, but when Canelo get in there, he make easy work of these
Yeah.
guys he's supposed to make easy work of. So do you knock his resume of recent, and do you feel like it's the Canelo era, or do you give it proper respect and understand it's just the business of boxing? But he moving around, he going up and down. Like I don't really understand what people mad about.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like right now Canelo is one of those guys that can do that because of the way his money is set up and the way he's the A side, and that plays a
Hmm.
big factor in boxing and what the rules are in boxing. I mean, the A side could fucking have a clause in there like, motherfucker, you can't even wear these shoes, you can't wear these gloves. You guys got to understand that people don't know what goes on behind the scenes. You know, and I just feel like Canelo is the A side, and until you knock him off that pivot, or until he loses multiple times to one person, I feel like he's gonna be hard to, he's gonna be hard to have any type of slight advantage over Canelo would be tough right now. That's why I get a favor to Canelo right now in this Plant fight because Plant he's just in an uphill battle, dude. He's never fought on this stage before. I'm not saying that this stage is too big for him, but I'm just saying, dude, you've never even been close to this stage before. You know what I mean? Yeah, you won a world title. You had your fans, I think, 5 or 6 thousand. I mean, maybe even had 8 or 9 thousand. I'm not trying to knock Caleb Plant, but I'm just saying this is Vegas, sold out arena in Vegas. This is top shelf shit, man. This is the top of the food chain, dude. You know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah,
not saying Caleb ain't ready, but like he said, he kept saying, telling every motherfucking reporter, you'll see, you know, you'll see November 6th. That's what he kept saying. So we gonna see, right?
yeah, we're gonna see tonight. Gonna see tonight. His last fight was January 30th, 2021 against Truex. Before
Hey
that,
bro, I'm gonna go to the Hey bro, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Just spit your shit real quick, all right?
yeah. Now I'm going over box rec right now. So I'm looking at his last fight was the 30th against Truex. Before that was against Vincent Finebucks. 2020 on the 15th. Before that was 2019, 720 against Mike Lee. And before that was 2019 against Ustakasi. Why do y'all keep talking about Jose Ustakasi? And that fight was in 2019. That's the main fight that y'all keep bringing up. Everybody, what he did against Ustakasi. It's like you cannot compare guys that are sea level against Canelo. It's just different. It's just different. I don't see Caleb Plant. I respect his journey. I respect him coming from the trailer park, but I just don't see him as being able to elevate his game at this point. I don't even see him as 2 or 3 when we talking about Charlo and when we talking about Benavidez. I think Charlo could
For
possibly
real?
knock him out. Yeah. I don't see him as 2 or 3 because I don't think he could take a real punch. I think Charlo power is too much for him, and I think Benavidez is just too big and he'll overwhelm him. So I respect his journey. I respect the grind. I respect the story. I like the build up. I like all of that shit I seen coming into the fight, but I just don't see him as the second or third guy if Jamal is in a division. I think that brings a different fire out of him. I think a lot of his downness or timidness or whatever that we've been seeing lately is because he just want that big fight and he don't see a possibility of getting it. But I think if you put him in this division and you put him in a matchup like that against Caleb Plant, where you know coming off a Canelo fight, it's gonna be different type of odds. It's gonna be different type of comparisons on how did Canelo do against him and how did you do against him. I just think that's gonna bring a different Charlo out, and I think he stops Caleb Plant. I think he stops, and I think he stopped. I think he can make easier work of Caleb Plant than Canelo will tonight. I think that fight would be an early stoppage. Early stoppage. I don't see it going past 6. I don't see it going past 6. So while I like the story of Caleb Plant, I'm not. I'm just not sold. I'm just not sold. But you went to anything on this undercard? Cause they got hold on, I'm trying to bring up the event. Let me
Yeah, I
see.
think I'm trying to see if the joint playing now, fam. The little YouTube joint.
Yeah, cause I'm on here. Let me see. Event.
Cause they got the undercard. I think is gonna be coming on for right now,
Yeah,
and
they
then they
got
gonna have something else. I
Ray
think going on.
Vargas versus
Oh,
Leonardo
they interviewed
Baez.
Nico Ali on Fight Hype. Shout out to Fight Hype, man. I know the guys over there at Fight Hype.
Shout out
I
Fight Hype.
see they fucking this guy Nico Ali, man. He's Ali's grandson or something, but it's like great grandson. But it's like they're hyping this dude up, yo. I mean, I understand. You gotta get your money. You gotta, what I mean. You're getting your hype. You're Ali's third grandson.
Mhm.
But dude, you would get, dude. I don't even know what weight class he's in, but I seen his last fight live. And I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
just
wasn't
say he
impressed?
was getting hit with the same fucking punch all night long, dude. Timothy Bradley said if he don't fix that, here it'll be a short career. It'll be a short career if he does not fix those things that he was doing that night, man. And he said, dude that he's fighting ain't even like that. I think he had a losing record. I almost know for sure he had a losing record. Four and 15 type shit, trap media, versus 5-0 or some shit. You know what I mean? With 5 knockouts. This guy Nico
Yeah.
Ali, but he was getting stung with the same right hand from this 4-15 guy. So what the fuck you think he gonna do against a real motherfucker?
Shit, I think you gotta make them wait. Just keep putting them. Just keep selling the hype like Jake Paul. They already see the formula. If I'm them, I'm trying to use the same formula they using with Jake Paul. You got the Ali name. I'm gonna
Yep.
keep putting you against lower level guys, and we
Mm-hmm.
gonna keep milking the pot
Yep.
till we can't no more. And maybe they get a big showdown
Yep.
with Jake Paul.
They
Maybe
might
that's the
though. You
cash
never
out
know, man. Oh,
because it
like a
makes sense.
Jake Paul, like a YouTube type fight.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it would have to be a collab with Showtime, but I'm saying because he got the Ali name, Jake Paul got the name. Maybe that's the big. That could probably be their biggest fight, just
I mean,
because. Oh man,
I'm
it's
looking
Ali
down,
grandson.
but listen, yeah, I mean, Ali grandson, you guys gotta understand, man. I shout out to him, man. He's sellable. He could, he's light skinned with the braids and shit, just like kind of like I was. But I understand this shit. He's mixed kid. I understand that. I believe his mom is like, like I said, I think that's Ali's granddaughter or daughter or whatever. And then like I think his dad's white or something like that. His dad is Marine, was a former Marine sergeant or some shit. So I mean, I know you know, we know that the background's there. We know that the pedigree, he get the physical part. I'm pretty sure that can come up to par. But as far as skill level with this Ali kid, he has limited amateur experience, if none at all. That's why I feel like the amateurs is good because you can learn your craft. You can come into the professionals already with a couple L's and be all right and be like, all right, I'm gonna get this shit right in the pros. You know what I mean? That was just that.
Mhm.
But for him to be able to try to get it all together in the pros, I feel like this shit ain't gonna end right. I'm just saying, I hope it end right for him. But I'm just saying, from what I seen, Trap Media, he'll be on Corey Lee Boxing's Ice Season Greatest Hits soon, man. I mean, cause
Yeah.
cause you gotta understand. I mean, the more and more I
I,
think about it, dude, he kept getting hit with that same right hand, bro. I was like, damn, bro,
yeah.
fuck.
Maybe you just got to keep
I
him away from
almost want to
power,
tell
cause
him to pull his hand up, huh?
I said maybe you just got to keep him away from power punch. I like that Bob at least giving the Ali family a chance to make some money at least, cause he might be fucked up, not had nothing else to turn to, and boxing is his meal ticket to make something, to survive right now. Cause how many people just run into boxing if they got another option? This might be the end of the rope for him. So
Yeah, that's
I'm happy
true.
that
That's
Bob.
true. That's true. That's true though.
I'm
That's
happy.
true. You right. You got a good point, man. You got a real good point, man.
Yeah, I'm happy that Bob is giving them the opportunity because we don't even, we don't know what he's going through. But I just would keep him
We
away
don't
from
know what he
anybody.
going through. You right about that too.
Yeah, I would keep him away from anybody that's dangerous, though. I would try to stretch this out, just really give him time. I mean, we seen young fighters, Canelo starting off real early, Devin Haney going over to Mexico. Just try to keep that competition as light as possible and keep him away from punchers until, like you said, he not getting constantly hit with the right hand. Just give him like some Paulie punchers type guys. Not that boxing skill of Paulie, but to where if he get caught, it's something he can learn from, but it's not something that's gonna get him off the sport. He can still stay around and get some of his money. You don't want to get him Chavez Jr. and kill his confidence. I'm like, oh, you ruined the Ali name. But I'm looking at the
Yeah, but I mean,
official.
back to this Caleb. Back to the. Who was you looking at?
Mike Coppinger, officials chosen for the undisputed super middle title fight between Canelo and Caleb Plant. Russell Mora, you know anything about him, the referee? I want to see.
Russell
I'm gonna.
Moore. I gotta see him. I go by. I don't know a lot of them refs by motherfucking name because some
Yeah.
of them are atrocious. But it's just like I know him by face. Soon as I see his face, I'm like, all right, he good. All right, this dude suck. It's automatic. Soon as I see him, I just automatically know. I get that feeling like, all right, this a fuck ass referee. He ready to do some bullshit in this fight. He don't like them fucking fighters. He'll quick to call a point on your ass without even giving you a warning. That's the type of ref we got to deal with. So I already know how that shit can go. It can go either way. You can get you a gravy like Deontay Wilder. All of the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fights up into that last the second fight, the ref was chosen by Wilder, yo. So for him to be pushed back and shit like that, that was because so Wilder can do his thing, get his range and shit. I kept seeing a fucking ref pushing Tyson Fury back physically putting his hands on Tyson Fury and pushing him back. That was an inside Wilder thing, I think. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things. A ref could go, like I said again, Trap Media. And I tell you again, remember I was just talking about this shit, so you can't say I won't talk about it. The A side. Canelo's the A side. So what does the A side get, Trap Media?
The referee, the ring size, the gloves,
Come on now. Come on
A
now.
side treatment.
Speak. I don't even think they can hear you, Trap Media. What does the A side get? What does Canelo get?
The Floyd Mayweather treatment, the gloves, the ring, uh, how spongy the ropes are, anything he want. I mean, he
Yeah.
did give Billy Joe some. He gave Billy Joe some leeway as far as the ring size, but I'm looking at a Yahoo article right now, and it might not be good. It's a boxing promoter Don King said Sunday he received a phone call several weeks ago urging him to have Russell Moore removed as referee for Saturday's bantamweight title fight between Joseph Abeko and Abner Mares. The caller, whom King declined to name, said Moore was a Golden Boy referee. It's
Wow.
yeah, so it's already. I ain't
Wow.
noticed until right now. It's already looking a little shaky. So I'm gonna say Moore was the focus of controversy throughout the fight for a series of calls and non-calls in the International Boxing Federation bantamweight title bout between King promoted Abeko and Golden Boy promoted Maras at the Hard Rock. Helped immeasurably by a knockdown call by Moore on what replays show was clearly a legal blow in the 11th round. Mares won by majority decision and lifted the title from Abeko. Uh, Although blah blah blah, Moore never deducted a point for him. I guess he was hitting low and all that type shit. He a Golden Boy referee, and he wasn't calling it fair then. So the ref might be a problem tonight. I wonder, do fighters look at
You
that type
think the
shit? You
ref will
think
be a problem tonight?
if he not giving that same energy? Because evidently we seeing if you dirty, he gonna let you be dirty. If you hit low, he gonna let you hit low, especially being Golden Boy. He looked at as a Golden Boy referee. If Yahoo posting something like this, it's a credible source. So Caleb Plant better be looking shit up like this. I'm coming in the fight knowing, all right, if Canelo get dirty, I'm throwing the same shit back. You can't be like Sean Porter letting Earl hit you low and you ain't throwing nothing back at him. Let me see, referee Moore. I'm trying to see if it's anything else. Daniel
Oh shit!
Cormier.
Dan Raphael just reported 3 days ago that he says have had a bunch of people ask me if Showtime will delay the start of Canelo Plant until UFC 268 is over, like the Zone did when the start of Canelo Kovalev was dramatically delayed. I asked Steven Espinoza that. Wow, man. So they asked him that, man. Can you believe that? And he says,
Yeah, I could
hell
believe it because
no.
remember,
Hashtag boxing. He says he says Stephen Espinoza said his response was hell no. End quote.
yeah, I don't think they can do it because
So
they made
Stephen
a big deal
Espinoza
of.
is pretty much saying like they're not gonna let UFC 268 stop it. What we gonna say?
I said, remember they made a big deal about it when the Zone did it. Leonard Ellerby, remember he was like, Floyd had never had to do something like that. So I think just on that strength
Hey,
alone,
break hey, go ahead, finish that trap meet. I got breaking news too, bro. I can't wait to tell you. Go
yeah, no,
ahead
I'm
though.
just
Go
saying,
ahead.
just on that alone, if you talking about the Zone doing it and you saying Floyd this star and this and that, and he would never have to do it, and a boxer's supposed to take precedent over the UFC, you can't do it now that he on Showtime. You got to give him that same type of Floyd treatment because it's the Canelo era. So if he the guy, LeBron not waiting for no other sport, so Canelo can't either. But the Russell Moore
Okay, yeah.
referee, if you,
Shout out to Crypto Colors. He says hit his squad. You brave man. Corey would be shaking in his boots if he was in Mexico. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out. Shout out to all the shout out to all the media people out there, and shout out to everybody in Mexico, man. Um, Crypto Color says at Trap Media, tell us how Canelo's going to win. So hold on,
oh, I
before
got
you explain that, Trap Media, breaking news, y'all. Breaking news. Reportedly the purses have been reported. Okay, this is from Boxing Kingdom 14 on Twitter. It's saying, you guys, listen to this now, you guys, okay? Remind you, it was, I don't know if you guys knew, but it was supposed to be about $60 million, okay, for both fighters divvied up, okay, divvying it up, okay? From what they're saying, okay, so this is reportedly, okay, Canelo will receive for this fight, you guys. Smash that motherfucking like button. Smash that like button, y'all. Come on, man. Corley Boxing, Trap Media, we live, baby. Caleb Plant versus Canelo Alvarez is going down tonight, baby. You already know what time it is. The purses have been reported, okay, you guys. Canelo Alvarez will make a whopping $45 million for this fight. And Caleb Plant, okay, right after that, Caleb Plant, we already know Canelo's going to get the $45 million. Caleb Plant has got divvied up, and so they said Caleb Plant is going to get a reported $13 million. Okay, that's a big difference. Okay, Trap Media, what's your initial thoughts on that, man? Rapidly, man. Reporting, man. 20 minutes ago,
Yeah.
reported. What do you think about that, man?
Shit, I think that's good for Plant. When he only supposed to get 10, so if you just hit 3 more million,
Okay,
it ain't nothing to be mad at. Don't be counting Canelo pockets, what he
okay,
making. You getting 3 extra million on
yeah,
top of what you were supposed to be getting. So
yeah.
I'm happy. I'm going to win, lose or draw. You can put your feet up as long as you doing the right
Yeah.
thing with
So
your
you
money.
said Caleb Plant don't got to fight again if he don't really have to after this type of payday.
Nah, not in today's world. It's too many places to put your money. You can throw that in some crypto. You can throw it in some houses. You can. It's just so many options where you can,
Yeah.
keep that money doubling and doubling and doubling and still have something to live off of. So you could do a Billy Joe and get ghosts for a little bit, or you can move to a third world country and live like a king. So maybe you can go to Mexico after.
Yo, I'm gonna let y'all guys know, man. I'm gonna do something, man. The Caleb Plant versus hashtag Caleb Plant versus Canelo Alvarez. Is it going all 10 rounds? This is what they're asking on Twitter right now, you guys. I don't have a Twitter account, but as you guys know, I am with the social media shit. So I do know people's, Twitter's accounts. So I'm typing in what they're talking about. Talking about hashtag Plant versus um Canelo versus Canelo Plant, hashtag Canelo Plant. That's how they put it on the hashtag. It says, who you got, Alvarez or Plant? One of the other guys says, if Canelo can win by KO in under 9.5 rounds, this will be an absolutely great day. So people are already putting that 9.5 and under bet in already. Me and Beebs were talking about that the other day. I don't know if you guys watched my live stream. We were talking about that 9.5 and under bet. That's a pretty good bet, man. What do you think about that bet? Canelo stopping Caleb Plant at 9.5 rounds and under. That means in the 10th round, with a minute and 49 seconds to go, if he gets stopped with a minute and 40 minutes to go, or less, or more than it can only be half of the 10th round. So if he gets stopped at 149 and under, then he can win. You can still win the bet. Do you like that bet, Trap Media?
Yeah, yeah. Like I said at the beginning, I see it ending 8 through 10. So I wouldn't be
Ooh,
scared of
okay.
a,
Wow, okay.
I wouldn't be scared of a bet like that. I'm trying to go to it right now. So it's saying Saul Alvarez to win around 9's 10 is a plus 550 right now. So that's a plus five. Yeah, I definitely
You
make
said
that
it's a
bet.
plus 550?
Yeah, that would be the safest. Like out of all these I see on here, the nine get taking 9 through 10 would be the safest for me. I think set like you said, 7 and 8, he gonna really start warming up, and we gonna see what's what. And 9 through 10, he go for that. He go for the kill. The decision is
And
plus 240. Round 1 and 2 was plus 1100. Round 3 and 4 is plus 650. Round 5 and 6 is plus 500. Round 7 and 8 is plus 425. And round 11 and 12 is plus 800. So if y'all don't bet, y'all don't use the betting sites. The plus just mean if you betting $100, you'll win 800. Or you betting $100, you'll win 1100. But if I'm betting, especially if I'm betting big money, not just something to throw out, the safest round that I'm putting big money on is 9 through 10. That plus 550.
So
Let
that's
me
how
see
you
if it's
playing it right there. That's how you gonna do it.
yeah. Yeah, now the under 9.5 is a minus 110 and over 9.5 is a minus 120 on with a fight. Okay, hold on. Maybe that's just winning the rounds because it say when would a fight end. Now, if you just choosing one round, if you just choosing the ninth round, it's a plus 1,000. It's a plus 1,000. Yeah, that probably would be the round I would vote. I would go for. I'll go for a fight goes the distance is a plus 175. So Vegas really don't see it going the distance. Oh no, let's see. Plus. But
Shout out to a local amateur fighter. He just DM'd me on Instagram. And I'm proud of him, man. You know, he's been really doing his thing, man. And you know, I got nothing but great things to say about this kid. I mean, you guys gotta understand, man. This guy Jamal Harvey from Maryland, you guys. If you guys don't know, he just won a gold medal in the games he was at, and you know, he won 100,000 cash, um,
damn,
and some other things he won, man. And I think that's this kid, man. I posted him. It's crazy, y'all. This how much I believed in this kid. It's how much I believed in his skills. I posted him. You guys see that? I posted him on July 10th. Okay. I said, I said, keep work. I said, keep working hard. And I put that on the joint right there. I put that. That was July 10th. Okay. Fast forward, November. Okay, that was in July. November, he beat everybody, won 6 out of 6 fights in the tournament he was in, won all 6 fights, and won the gold medal, man. So shout out to Jamal Harvey from Maryland, you guys. Jamal Harvey from Maryland, you guys. Go ahead,
shout out
Travis.
Jamal Harvey. Yeah, I just pulled up some more about the referee. The last fight he refereed in was Manny Pacquiao versus
You
Ugas.
still on this referee, yo. You still on
Yeah,
this
I think it's
referee shit.
because remember I was saying the ref gonna play a big deal because is he gonna let you hold? Is he gonna let you fight? Like in that Leon Lawson versus what's dude name? Leon Lawson last fight, Andre Durrell nephew. The referee wouldn't let him hold at all. So based on your tactics, you can adjust if you know the referees habits or what they usually call or what they usually don't call. You can adjust your strategy around that. But I didn't see nothing flagrant in the Pacquiao Ugas fight. So even though he might have had something in the past, the
You
Pacquiao
did?
Ugas fight seemed clean. You seen something flagrant as far as the referee?
And then you guys
I thought
fight?
yeah, Ugas versus Pacquiao. I thought he was letting them bang. I didn't see any too much call and break up
Yeah, but it was
or
a lot of like it was a little bit of headbutting going on. Yeah, it's
I had to
definitely some headbutting going on, man.
yeah, I had to go back and forth like that.
But I
But
mean, other than
I
that, you know,
it,
it was alright. Other than
yeah, it
that, it
wasn't
was
nothing that
alright.
stood out. Yeah, it wasn't nothing that stood out too crazy to me where I remember now. So that kind of because the first thing that pop up when you type in his name is corruption. So just knowing he refereed that fight, that was a semi big fight, having a big name like Pacquiao. So I guess that's Canelo thinking. But none of those were Golden Boy fighters. Don King complaint was, well, Canelo not either no more. So I wonder have he refereed any of his other fights though. and he just comfortable with him.
Yeah,
In the
yeah,
past, when he
man.
was
That's
with
another
Homeboy.
thing, you guys. That's another thing I want to tell you guys too, man. Like these referees, yeah, like Chat Media is saying they do play a role in this thing that we got going on, but I truly feel that Canelo Alvarez is not even gonna. This referee is not even gonna play a factor. Now, Trap Media has his own, you know, way of thinking that the fight's gonna go, and I got my own way of thinking that the fight's gonna go. There's nothing wrong with that, you guys. We can agree to disagree. You know what I mean? And that's okay. But my personal opinion is, I think that you know Caleb Plant is gonna, he's gonna get his. I think in the first couple rounds he'll have his moments, possibly. But I feel like Canelo Alvarez is not gonna respect this motherfucker for long, man. I'm sorry, man. If not at all, man. I mean, you guys gotta understand, Canelo Alvarez is going into this fight furied, man. Like, you disrespected my family. He's making up all of these things in his head. And I mean, Canelo Alvarez looks really psyched up about this fight, man. Like I said, the first undisputed super middleweight champion of the world from Mexico would be Canelo if he won. Would be the first time in the Mexican history that there'll be an undisputed champion. Okay, so you guys got to understand that is huge for Canelo, man. This is a lot on the line on this fight, and I don't think enough people know how much is truly on the line tonight, man. Trap Media, let it rip.
Uh, yeah. If I'm Mexican, it's that same type feeling as Ruiz going against the heavyweight and beating Anthony Joshua. I mean, I know that wasn't for all the belts, but just being the first Mexican heavyweight champion, you seen how what type of party binge he went on after that? I don't think Canelo will go on that type of binge, but it's gonna be that same type of feeling like, damn, I'm the first Mexican undisputed in this sport that's been around for a long time, and I'm the first one to come do it. Now, when they start talking about me in this generation as the best possible Mexican fighter ever, it's a legitimate argument when you put this on a resume. I like to compare it to basketball a lot. LeBron going to get that scoring title from Kareem. Now, when you talk about Mike and LeBron, that's something else that you can put in the argument. And if you're a big Canelo fan, especially if you're younger coming up in our generation, a lot of us looking at Canelo like the best Mexican. And one thing we can say that no other Mexican can say, he got all the belts, the first one to do it. So that's
Yep,
heavy. That's something to be
yep,
respected. I know a lot of people like to disrespect Canelo, but I respect him for how he been moved. It's a lot. Nobody's perfect. That's one thing I think we miss. We think it's gonna be this perfect boxer that's gonna do everything right or everything that we view as right. What I view as right might not be what Corey Lee view as right or what Crypto view as right or anybody else in the chat. But I
yep.
don't think we can. I don't think any of us can argue with especially being the first to do it and going to get all the belts. You might not like the way he did it, but he fought some credible guys and how people talking right now, especially the YouTube community. It's a lot of favor going to Plant. So I want y'all to remember this after he go get all these belts. Don't start switching up the tone to where y'all don't respect Plant and y'all don't respect this accomplishment because it's still a big deal. It's hard to be disciplined like this year after year after year, especially when you on top. Marvin Hagler told you he coming to the event in silk pajamas to show you I can still pop up with silk with all the money and still give y'all that same type of effort. What LeBron is doing in basketball,
Wow.
Canelo is doing in boxing. They both taking care of their body. They both putting family first. He ain't out here doing a million things. Just got married. Just had another kid. He doing everything right.
That's true
And if you
though,
can put
man. That's
this,
true. That's big. That's very true,
yeah,
man.
yeah, I take my hat off to him. I think he only like 30 years old, 30, 31. So to do all
Who
this at
is?
a young age, Canelo, 30,
Yeah, man.
31.
And
I think he was
and
born in
he
91.
already said, we already know he's already in the news for ripping Ryan Garcia, man. And
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I give him big kudos for that. And
Big
I
credit.
really truly think that, Canelo is a real motherfucker, man. Canelo's a real motherfucker. He's a motherfucker that I want on my motherfucking team. I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. If I'm going into war, I want him. I want a couple motherfuckers like Canelo. You know what I mean? If I'm going to war and I feel like I can beat, pick some of the best boxers in the world to come fight and help me, with whatever team, you know what I mean, or whatever like that.
Yeah.
I feel like Canelo's one of them, man. He needs to be on the top of that list, man, because he just brings the intangibles. He can fight you off your back foot. He can come forward. He can systematically break you the fuck down, dude. And I don't think Canelo's been anywhere close within anybody close to something like that. So I just feel like moving forward, Canelo is the man, and to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I just feel like Caleb Plant at this point in his career, and that's another thing. You only got 21 fights. I could see if you had 30. You know what I mean? But hey, like I
Yeah.
said, he's a prize fighter. He fought plenty of, he fought plenty of amateur fights. They said he was, an Olympic artist or something like that. So,
Mhm.
Caleb Plant is a good fighter, all in all. But when it comes to getting a motherfucker up off you, like Canelo, when Canelo is coming forward, will Plant be able to back him up? Mason says Coily Boxing have to get a skin fade and a number 2 on the top with the shape up. Spanish people need you to come back home. um he says Crypto Color says Trap Media. Who is Canelo fighting after this win? At Trap Media.
I seen an interview with Sugar Hill and Andre Durrell earlier. Durrell on the
Yo,
undercard.
that's
He,
disrespectful, yo. That's so disrespectful, yo. Y'all ain't giving Plant no love, Trap Media. You ready to answer the question and everything, man.
uh, oh no. I ain't even people. No, it's not the disrespect plant. It, it's just when you going against one of them goats, man. It's just like Floyd and Canelo. Canelo ain't lose much from losing to Floyd. So what Plant can do is take this fight as the biggest lesson, try to take some stuff from Canelo, and then come back stronger. And the good thing you got going is Canelo not super old, so it's a possibility for that rematch down the line. Like we were saying, if you go beat some of them other top guys, Benavidez and Charlo, it's gonna be clamoring for can we get Canelo Plant 2 because he was green, only 21 fights. But now he done got some more experience under him.
Yeah.
He done been under that light. He done came back, overcome. This a new Caleb Plant, like we say. This a new Canelo from when he fought Floyd, and now he
Wow.
ready for that stage. So it's not to knock Caleb Plant. It's just when them lights get bright. If you ain't been here, you ain't been prepped. You ain't prepped under no lights. You ain't even been under the on the undercard of the lights, like Javante fighting under Floyd, like or Danny
Damn.
fighting under Floyd. Like you ain't even been on the undercard to even see what this feel like not being the guy. So it's not really a knock. It's just what's your preparation to get to this point. You done skip some steps, and usually when you skip some steps, you're gonna have to go back and walk those steps. You might
Uh-oh.
get to the top, but you can't sustain it.
Uh
So that I can't just throw something on you. You might not know what to do with it. Like it's you start little, get bigger, get bigger, get bigger, get bigger, so you can sustain it long term. You'd have been at every level. But
I
that's
mean,
that's how I
Caleb
view.
Plant hasn't even been in the ring, Trap Media and the fans out there watching. I mean, Caleb Plant hasn't even been in there with Triple G, dude. He hasn't even been in there with the Lords of the world. He hasn't even been in there with, I mean, any of the guys at 168 but Uskatigi. And now we're ready to watch some of the highlights from this Uskatigi fight. I do not own the rights to this, but we'll show you a clip. This dude Scott
Corey,
Dickey fight. Ooh, he knocked him down. You guys see that shit? He knocked him down. You know.
you can share it directly on your
Wow.
on this screen too.
For real? What you mean?
Yeah. It's somewhere on. Are you on your phone or a laptop?
I'm on my phone.
Okay, but if you ever do it from, I don't think it lets you do it on the phone. But if you got your laptop, it's gonna give you an option to share screen, and then you can change the whole layout.
Uh-huh.
But since you're on your phone, I don't think you
Oh,
can do
for
it. I ain't
real?
never tried it on my phone. Yeah. But
But
you
I
got to
don't.
be on a laptop.
Can you show like the Showtime? Can you show like the Showtime? I wonder if you could show like the Showtime
If
like the
if you
undercards that are on YouTube. I wonder if you could show them like on my screen while we're
yeah
still live. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, and not get copyrighted for it though. That's the main thing.
yeah, I'm not sure about that. I know with a lot
Cause
of
them
videos they let
copyright motherfuckers come in out of
yeah
nowhere, trap media. Them copyright dudes be coming out of nowhere, bro. They can't wait to eat your channel alive.
yeah, a lot of them because they with them quarter labs and stuff like that, so it just automatically hits you. But I know with a lot of stuff too, I'm not sure about doing it live, but I know you can do like the replay as long as you're doing like some commentary. Even if they did hit you, you showing like I'm not just taking the video, I'm breaking it up in parts, like this part, this part, this part. I'm doing my commentary, kind of like how them music guys do the reaction videos to the songs. You're not supposed to have the songs on there, but because you
Yeah.
reacting to it, they let you get away with it. But another
But yeah,
option,
man, like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna try to do a breakdown video of what happened in this fight, the keys to victory, and stuff like that, and how he won, and how whoever won, like I said, Caleb Plant, I'm giving him a fighter's chance. I'm giving him a fighter's chance. He's an undefeated champion. But at the end of the day, man, I can't say it enough, dude. There's so many fucking levels to this shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, it's definitely low. How you feel about
And
the
it's like,
judges?
tell them, trap
How you feel?
the
Yeah,
judges.
it's definitely yeah. Dave Moretti, Patricia Morris Jarman from New Jersey, and Steve Weinfield. Another veteran, Russell Moore, blah blah blah. September. Moretti and Wisefield scored Canelo 115-113 over Danny Jacobs in their 12th round middleweight unification. And two fights earlier, Moretti and Wisefield each gave Canelo credit for 115-113 win against Triple G in their 12th round championship match. So these judges have experience with Canelo in big fights. Is that something that Plant should be worried about? Or did you agree with that Triple G score? Or did you think it was bad? And did you agree with that Danny Jacobs? Because I thought the Danny Jacobs fight was a little bit closer than it looked. I thought Jacobs was getting some good work, but he just wasn't as effective as Canelo. And the Triple G fight, I thought it was correct. I'm not mad at that. Morris Jarman has scored only one of Canelo fights. She had him ahead of Jose. She had him ahead of Cotto 78-73. Won by ninth round technical knockout May 2010. Yeah, so all of these she did, however, have Jamal James ahead of Butev through 8 rounds, 76-75. So that's the Patricia lady. So she was recently just in the fight. If I'm Caleb Plant, I'm a little bit worried about that because everybody say Canelo coming to a fight with judges in his pocket, and it's hard if you love boxing. I don't think you just a judge because you don't love the sport. So it's hard to constantly be at these big fights. I mean, picture you getting to see Jordan all the time and you just on the sideline the same way the commentators. It's hard not to become a fan. Like you were part of these big events. Do you want to stop coming around? Do you want to stop getting picked? So I think subconsciously, just the human part of a judge, you
Yeah.
might be a little bit biased. Like you done been at Triple G fight, you done been at Danny Jacobs. You getting to come to these big stages the
You
same
already
way.
know how he
Well,
fights too, though. But that could be a gift and a curse. You know what I mean? At the same time, because it's like you see this man fight, And what if he's not having a good performance? You like, damn, I seen him do so good against this fighter and against this fighter, but this against, this type of style, he's not performing where we used to seeing him perform. So what's up with that?
Yeah, yeah. I think that could play a factor too. But are these judges just picked or are they paid? That's something I think I
Uh,
never been. Are they paid like for just judging the fight? Because
um,
if I'm getting big paydays, it's like, do you want to? What's the bigger interest to me? I don't know. I'm a little nervous if I'm after learning this. Been in Triple G because there's some people that felt like Triple G won that second fight. I don't hear as much rumbling about the Jacobs, but that second fight for sure. It's a friend of mine. We go back and forth every time we talk. He swear up and down Triple G won that second fight. So if I'm under his perspective, I'm a little bit worried because maybe these judges are a little bit biased, or maybe they like more what Canelo do than what somebody else do. So
yeah, I
I
mean, you
would be a
guys
little bit
got.
worried.
I mean, it's gonna be a tough one, Trap. I just think right now with everything moving forward, Canelo's gonna make his game plan, and he's gonna implement his game plan, and him and Reynoso, and that's another thing, guys. Canelo Alvarez's trainer is one of the hottest trainers on the fucking market right now. Everybody wants to train with Eddie Reynoso, and everybody wants to, they want to be trained by, Canelo's. And it's one of those things like, Canelo is a really good fighter, and like Eddie Reynoso is a good trainer. So you got both guys together. It makes for a
Boy,
good
you sound far away.
it makes for a good combination. Can you hear me now?
Yo, test.
Can you
Say
hear me?
something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It just sound like you went back a little bit or something. Like your mic went off or connected to something else. Crypto. Let me see. Yeah, crypto. I thought the Jacobs fight was close. I thought it was close.